what did I see? What did I see? Then you sing it. What did I see? Then you swing it. That funny old tune will drive me to ruin. It came along and made me its slave. Now I'm craving things that I should crave. It came along and made me its slave. Now I'm craving things that I should crave.
Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to another Cringe stream. I hope your beginning of your week is going alright. Today we're just going to kind of hang out, watch some cringe content, and have a good time. My birthday was on Saturday, had a good time, got some cupcakes, got a bidet, which is good for my tush. So yeah, it was a good day. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see what I missed in chat. History Chick 96, thanks for 13 months. That is a baker's dozen anniversary. Meru-sama, thanks for 22 months, says, oh my god, it's almost been 2 years. What have we all been doing with our lives? Loving Hannah, that's what. If life isn't about loving me, specifically, what's it about? Truly. I just gifted a sub to Astrofox because it was a bingo win. Nick with 45 bits says, I threw a 16-star pacer on Bowser 3 throws last night and it still hurts. I'll pretend I know what that means. Vaguely, I assume it means you almost did good, but then did bad. Jane Chi 02, thanks for subscribing with Prime. Blackwing Hecate with 409 bits says, just going to yoink and say hi, then dip. Don't like cringe. Well, thanks for showing up. Appreciate the bits. Bumble Homestead says, train? Kicks off a hype train. Indeedly do. There goes the hype train. I think Jake is live right now, too. Unless he ended. I don't know how long he's been going. Let me look. Oh, no. Maybe he got off. Got off. Yeah, he's done. Cool. Unless he was just getting ready for later, I suppose. Maybe I just saw a tweet by him and assumed. 66% to level 1 on the hype train. No, Jake wasn't live. I think he's just going live later, and I misunderstood the tweet. Yeah, he was asking for trash, and for some reason, I guess I assumed he was just about to start, but he's probably going later tonight, if I had to guess. Oh my god, everyone stop asking. I explained. So anyway, we have general cringe stuff. We have a man who is married to his, how do I put this? He has dolls of an adult persuasion that he claims he is married to. So, we'll watch some of his videos about his relationships. We have some more Darman type stuff. A vegan who is not very helpful in the kind of activism she does. Trisha, Samir, King Cobra, and that's about it. Did I see this? Depends on what this is. Let's take a look. Interest in NFTs in the metaverse is falling fast. God, I hope so. Have you been seeing less NFT chatter around the internet lately? Hearing a bit less about the metaverse? You're not alone. Despite an initial surge in usage of the buzzwords, interests in both concepts appear to be sharply declining, at least according to Google search trends, which have been seeing deep downward turns for both terms. In the gaming space where I operate, almost every major publisher seems to have been scared straight on NFTs, after being lambasted by fans every time they're brought up, and those have become regulated mainly to purely blockchain-based games outside the rest of the industry. Sorry, relegated. As for the metaverse, the term... Sorry, I'm having trouble reading while I'm listening to that music. At least reading out loud. I can't coordinate my ears, my mouth, and my eyes at the same time. 69% to level 1 on the hype train. Bardlock Moses says, Twitch notifications can be effy sometimes. I get why people can be confused. Kirthan says, not sure if you covered this already, but this is Coach Red Pill. Take a look at that later. Anyway, as for the metaverse, the term has been repeated so much and so often it's become almost meaningless. These days, most often cited regarding blockchain-based shared worlds that have concurrent player averages outside of the top 200 to 300 games on Steam at any given time. From the chart, you can see that the interest in the metaverse as a term hit its peak when Facebook changed its name to Meta and started evangelizing about the digital future. But since then, the term has been on a decline in relevance as Facebook has not presented a coherent vision for the concept, nor have any of its blockchain-based competitors. Video games, many of which are already metaverse adjacent, don't really seem to care to call themselves that at all, even if games like Fortnite and Roblox are further down the road than anyone. 75% to level 1 on the hype train. NFTs, meanwhile, peaked somewhere around the end of January, and have only dropped since this. This should ward off the idea that the global breaking news of Russia invading Ukraine caused this drop in interest for this term and perhaps many others. As we can see, this was already beginning to slide a month before the invasion even happened. It's been a smooth decline ever since and shows no sign of slowing. Ooh, my throat is weird today. The same is not true for the entire space. Terms like crypto, blockchain, Ethereum, and Bitcoin may have had a huge surge back in spring of last year, but now they're relatively stable. Slight declines in a few perhaps, but not the same level of what we're seeing here with the metaverse and NFTs. Web3 is on an arc more similar to NFTs, however. The blockchain and all its spawns may not be going anywhere, but all the predictors about NFTs being the inevitable future and metaverse being the birth of Web 2.0 feel overblown. I assume that was supposed to be 3.0. I would not be surprised to see the concepts return later with new names to feel more fresh, but for the time being, interest in both are clearly waning, and I do wonder what happens to the millions of NFTs being held when the speculative market is no longer functioning as it did at its peak. What happened to tulips during their bust? Ryla86 with 100 bits, thank you. Not quite, we didn't do the hype train. That's a shame. Thanks, though, for all the bits and everything, everyone. If we stay on this current path, we're about to find out. Well, I hope NFTs crash and burn because they're garbage. American living in Ukraine making a living from producing Russian propaganda is starting to not like the invasion he supports so much. This is Coach Red Pill, who we have of course covered on Chudwatch multiple times. Not as much recently. He stopped making as much content. Especially now, I'd imagine, considering he's in a war zone. I said Darth Hayes. Nick with 45 bits says, tulips and beanie babies can actually be used for things, though. True. So Gonzalo, Coach Red Pill says, the bombs are getting a lot closer to the center of the city. And on top of that, I can't talk out loud because of the neighbors. I'm not 100% on them, so I'm trying to keep an ultra-low profile. And one of the things about Ukraine is that they use cinder block bricks for construction, but you can hear every little thing next door. I have to time my video recordings when I know that no one will hear me while I record. I'm stressed. Like I've said before, I'm bored and terrified at the same time. All the time. Gonzalo, have you considered not shilling for Russia? That would probably help your neighbors not hate you, since, you know, you wouldn't be saying nice things about the people currently invading them and killing their fellow countrymen and women and children. You ass. The days are just bleeding into one another. Were it not for my notes, I would have no idea what has happened over the past 2 weeks. On Wednesday, March the 2nd, there was an air raid on downtown Kharkov when I was interviewed by Clint Elrich, and then that evening I went for a cigarette and some goons came looking for me. I went to an alternate location right then and there. I was at the second location until Thursday, March 10th, when I went food shopping and came home to some guys waiting around a car, an SUV, with a really fat guy yelling on the phone. I have no idea what it was about, but I did not stop to ask. I kept on walking and made my way elsewhere. By the way, there's absolutely no one on the streets or sidewalk. I mean, no one. These last 3 days it has snowed every night, sunny every morning, and when you look out midday, there isn't a single track on the snow on any sidewalk. I mean, zero. So whenever you see anyone, you by definition know that something's up. Whenever I go out, I carry my bag with all my stuff. I even did so when I went for a smoke. I'm going to say something that is going to sound really bizarre, but when I went for a cigarette on March 2nd and when I went to buy food on March 10th, I didn't really want to go out, but something obliged me to go out. It was the absolute weirdest thing, and the thing that really surprises me is when I went for a cigarette on March 2nd, I just stepped outside my building. There was no reason to take my bag, and yet I did. I wish I'd packed deodorant. I stink to high heaven. Good lord. Coach Red Pill. You idiot. He's an ass. Anyway, Zarek Shadow says, hey Hannah, not sure if you want to watch this today or save it for Chud Watch, but Native Patriot did another video belly aching about Lubbock. We'll do it today. That's cringe. Meek says, remember when Coach Red Pill said that immigrants come over to subvert their host country? Yeah, he's talking about himself. Oh, I'm sure he doesn't consider himself an immigrant. He considers himself, oh god, an expat. That's what people from, like, developed countries call themselves when they immigrate. Because they associate immigration with, you know, people from non-developed countries. He's an immigrant. Which is fine. That's not a dirty word. It's just really annoying to me when those kind of people say, like, oh, I'm an expat. Are you? Anyway. So Native Patriot, we know, is the gentleman who left LA or around LA, somewhere around that area. I don't know if it was actually in the city or just around it, adjacent. He considered himself relatively right-wing, and he wanted to leave the woke state of California because it thought it was just so destructive to him. He didn't like that his college that he was going to required masks and vaccinations and stuff, which are reasonable requirements to enter a university. So he decided to move to Texas. He was going to move to, I believe, Dallas or some other larger city in Texas, but he found that it was too expensive. So instead, with his car full of stuff, he moved to Lubbock, Texas. Now, for a typical right-wing type who's like, yeah, I just want to get away from them liberals, maybe it would have been okay. I don't know. For Native Patriot, however, he's a man who enjoys a good gay bar. Who doesn't? He enjoys gay bars, and he was shocked, I say shocked, to find that the gay bar scene in Lubbock, Texas, not as good as the one in LA. Shocking. So anyway, he also complained about not having friends here, and that it was still too liberal, all sorts of funny things. So this is his newest video. Let's see how he's feeling about his decision to leave the great state of California, aka one of the nicest places to live in the United States. Quest Authority. Oh shit. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Go check out Quest Authority, by the way, here on Twitch. I'm Hannah. I do all sorts of content. I cover conspiracy theories. I cover chuds and other right-wing peoples. Today we're doing Cringe. Right now we're taking a look at an individual by the name of Native Patriot who moved from California to Texas because he thought it was too liberal in California, and now he's having a bad time. So let's see him complain about his brand new state.
How is everybody doing? I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. 'Tis I, the Native Patriot. Welcome back to my channel. I know my hair is poofy and out of control, but you get what you get on this channel. So I know I haven't been on the
Hope dinner goes well. Thanks, Quest Authority.
channel for a while. I've just been pretty busy with work and school and dealing with all of that I haven't really spent much time here on my YouTube channel, and I'm making a video, and I hope to come back to this channel and make more videos so I can continue to grow my audience. I have a very small audience, and I hope to grow that in the future, and I do appreciate.
I wonder how many people are people like me, because, like, I don't know, I guess I'm not subscribed, but I watch his videos. He only has 28 subscribers. What percentage of them are people who watch my channel?
Appreciate that very small, tiny audience that I do have for coming back to this channel and watching my videos. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to basically make a brutally honest video about my experience so far in Lubbock and how I'm feeling about all of that after picking up my life from Southern California and dropping it here in Lubbock, Texas. I've been here since November 2021. It is currently March 2022. So, to be
Thanks
quite
people
honest,
following, by the way, I appreciate it.
I go through weeks and sometimes days about how I feel about living here, and
Veglord says, happy belated birthday. Thank you, I had a good one.
why that is
Yeah, he chose Lubbock. He was originally gonna go to, like, Dallas or Austin, I don't remember which, but it was too expensive for him, which is weird, because he used to live around LA, but I don't know if he had something with like, the college he was attending where he had, I don't know if he had a scholarship or anything for board, I don't know. Either way, yeah, he moved, and he decided to move to Lubbock, and he's upset about the lack of good gay bars, which, like, yeah, it's Lubbock.
is because I am used to the amenities that a big city has to offer, like Los Angeles, where I moved from, and sometimes I miss those so much that I feel like Lubbock isn't the right fit for me.
Like, do people like this who are like, oh, everyone's gonna leave California and they're gonna leave places like LA or New York or whatever because it's such leftist trash there, and it's all, do they not understand that the real estate prices in those areas are so high, which I agree is a problem. Real estate prices across the board are too high. I agree, but they understand that the relative expense is higher because tons of people want to live there because there are so many amenities and things to do in places like LA, New York, large cities. There's a reason people enjoy living there. I feel like some people in the middle of nowhere, like my parents, for instance, live in a very rural area, and my dad's thoughts of what a good evening is every night coming home and getting cross-faded, right? He'd get super drunk and super high, and he'd pass out downstairs watching Fox News or whatever, right? That's his idea of a good night. But most people, I think, enjoy doing things, not all the time. Everyone enjoys staying home, and everyone enjoys getting high now and again. Not everyone, but you know what I mean. But, like, people like to be around things that they can go do, restaurants and activities and stores. How do they not understand this? Or in the case of Native Patriot, gay bars. Stone Corbell, thanks for 21 months. Nick says, I like the amenities, but I don't like dealing with the people I disagree with.
Again, no shade, no hate towards the city of Lubbock. It works out for a lot of people, and sometimes there are days, sometimes there are weeks that I go through where my mood shifts about living here in Lubbock, and that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, because Lubbock is more of a college town. Honestly, there's not a lot to do here, and in a way that...
See, that's shocking to me. It must be a small college, because, like, when I moved recently to a college town, all of a sudden there was so much more to do. a lot of the time when you move to a college town, at least if it's a decent-sized college, there will be a ton of stuff to do because college kids like to go out and eat or go to bars or go to little things to do, fun things. Like there's a place around here that's like an activity center, and they have like escape rooms and volleyball and all sorts of stuff. There are like things around to do because young people like to do those things. So I'm curious what Lubbock is like and how small the school is that they don't have stuff going on. It's Texas Tech, which is pretty dang big. Does he just not like fun things then? Are there not things to do around Lubbock?
That's a good thing for me because it makes me worry about things that are important instead of being distracted by a lot of things. And I think my life
there's only liberal things to do.
in Southern California, I think I was kind of distracted by all of the stuff in Los Angeles that I didn't really pay attention to the things that really mattered in my life and in general. And so I think that's a really good thing for me living here. But sometimes I think that this city is too small where I miss things like a variety of restaurants, and I miss things like...
He's a beach person, and he moved... Wait, where's Lubbock in Texas? Lubbock, Texas. Is this a landlocked city? Okay, so he was in the LA area, and he loves the beach. So he was in an LA area, and he decided to move to sort of northish Texas. That seems like a bad move on his part.
Nightlife. And I miss things like, I don't know, a lake or a beach or big, nice parks and all that stuff. And yes, there are parks here. Yes, there are small lakes here. But again, this is just my experience coming from a place like Los Angeles. And again, I'm not saying that LA is better than Lubbock because obviously...
You've made a lot of videos that make it seem like you feel that way, because it seems like if you were happy, every video you'd be like, ha, leftist liberals, which I know is an oxymoron, but he doesn't know that. Leftist liberals, I moved to Texas and it's so much better, and me and my right-wing friends are so happy banning abortions and trying to use CPS to target trans youths and their parents. I'm having so much fun. But like, he's not doing that. Every video is him being like, hi guys, so I'm still in Lubbock. It's still not fun. And I don't have friends, but I don't regret it, guys. I totally don't. This is so worth it, so I didn't have to wear a mask at school.
Obviously, I moved.
Oh no, he tweeted something you found painfully ironic. Let's take a look. Book with one gay character. How wholesome. Every student should read this. William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. I hate plays and most literature. I prefer math and science, but these subjects were already my least favorite to learn about. Oh my god. I hate plays and most literature. That's an interesting take.
Moved here from Lubbock because I had so many problems living there. Mainly just the fact that I did not feel like I had my freedom, especially because of the coof that was happening. The city of Los Angeles was telling me that I couldn't...
Aren't they basically completely backed down from any sort of, like, reasonable COVID measures in LA now anyway? Did they re-up the mask mandates or anything? I honestly don't know. I don't follow it. I know they haven't been a thing in our area in a while. Like, I still wear a mask if I go into crowded stores and stuff, just for my own safety and, you know, in case I had something I didn't know, for the protection of others. Also, it's nice if I'm not wearing makeup, then I can just put that on and not worry about my face. But, that's why you moved? You moved across the country because you didn't want to wear a mask?
Didn't work, that I couldn't go to classes, I had to go online, that I couldn't go into stores without putting something on my face. And at one point my school was like, you can't even come back to campus if you don't get the jab. And all of those things for me, they just weren't worth it.
It's literally a piece of cloth on your face. It's like this. It's doing this. This is it. This is what you're doing. It's fine. And it's also getting a vaccine, which literally billions of people have gotten, and it's fine. It's not only fine, but it'll help protect you and others around you. The selfishness. It's not even just selfishness, because the selfish thing would be to get vaccinated, but it's also selfless because you're helping others. It's just an overall good thing to do. This is like some obstinate... God, what is that thing called? Obstinate, defiant personality disorder or something along those lines?
To live there anymore, even though I got a lot of cool amenities. So that's why I moved to Texas. So I want to state that clearly.
Oppositional defiance disorder. Thank you.
So it's not like, you know, I moved all the way from California to say how much California is awesome and Texas sucks. That's not what the point of this video is, because I've always had like I guess the fascination with Texas and Texas culture and what it means to live in Texas, and so that's why I...
See, that feels weird to me too, because I've only been to Texas a few times, but the concept of Texas culture seems kind of weird to me, considering it's a huge state with tons of different regional things going on. Like, if you think of Texas culture, you probably think of some sort of weird King of the Hill / cowboy shooting guns, pew pew thing. Like, the culture between someone in North Texas and South Texas is going to be very different. The difference between someone in Dallas and someone in some rural area is going to be very different. There isn't a Texas culture. Bumble Homestead says, I do not envy unvaccinated folk in West Texas come this autumn. Lots of unvaccinated. It's going to be nasty, especially now that it's endemic. I hope they have another booster before then. Because I'm already vaxxed and boosted, but if they put another shot on there and do it yearly, kind of like the flu shot, I'm there.
I'm here to experience that, because I've always wanted to, I guess, try out Texas. But I picked Lubbock, and I picked Lubbock because I wanted to be in a Republican-safe city, and I wanted to be in a smaller town where I didn't have those many distractions. So, like, I guess I conflict myself in my head. I have conflictions because there's big parts of me that wants to be in a small city like Lubbock because I don't want to be distracted by big city things. But then there's also a part of me that misses those big city distractions. And so there are times that I'm like...
Distractions, aka fun. Andy Pretzel says, Texas is the U.S. shrank down to fit, say, Africa. It's still massive. Why do you think Africa is small? It's a continent. Africa is a continent. It's huge. What? I think Africa's bigger than the U.S. What? Will I Am Not Okay says, speaking as someone... Your sense of scale is off. Will I Am... Like, you can fit the U.S. and like, other places into Africa. You know that, right? Hold on. Africa size comparison. I'm not trying to I just need to... This is an educational moment. I'm not trying to be a dick, okay? I'm not trying to be a dick. I just need everyone to know how big Africa is, okay? You can fit the United States, China, India, Eastern Europe, Italy, Germany, and Spain into Africa, and they all fit. Africa's fucking huge. Why do you think Africa is smaller than, like, what? Why do you think Africa is the size of Texas? Okay, anyway. Again, not trying to be a dick. Just learning moment. We all learned something. Will I Am Not Okay says, speaking as someone who was born and raised in Texas, there isn't one culture. I've lived in a few different parts, and it's all basically different states. Zarek Shadow says, in his YouTube channel's trailer, he says that he's going to use videos to call out, quote, wokeism and speak out against the mandates, yet this is his 5th video bitching about where he moved to. If I was a right-winger that was interested in this guy's content, I would have tuned out by now. Thankfully, I'm a leftist that just enjoys watching him do mental gymnastics to try and justify his stupid decisions. I know, right? He hasn't done a single video yet like that. It's just him being like... It's fine. I'm not owned. I'm glad I made this decision. Darth Hayes says, a lot of maps in the West scale Africa down. And that's it.
Like, maybe I should go back to Dallas, you know, or the Dallas area. And, you know, again, I don't regret moving to Texas at all. It's just some weeks, some days, I go through these, I guess, thoughts and emotions of, like, where I'm like, is Lubbock right for me? And I think that I'm finally starting to get in a rhythm with my new life here, because you have to keep in mind that I spent 6 years in Los Angeles, 8 years altogether in Southern California, and I just moved here last...
Like, let me give you an example. 6 months ago, I moved to the new city that I live in to live with Baja, right? My fiance, if you're here from the ring. I used to live in a town in Michigan called Saginaw, right? There are a few things I miss from Saginaw, and they're all friends that live there, right? I miss being able to be really close to, like, Jake and Sarah and some other friends I have around there. That's it. That's it. I'm really, really glad I moved. This city is so much nicer. There's so much more to do. That's just, like, a nicer city overall. Like, in fairness, it helps that Saginaw, I think, has one of the highest murder rates in the country. It's up there. But anyway, the point is, I don't make videos or even think to myself, do I regret moving here? Because I don't. This is so clearly this guy just trying to justify the bad life decision he made. Nick says, more like Saga hell nah.
Last November, it's currently March. So it is going to take me a little time to kind of adjust to everything. And so I think this is just my adjustment period for me to get adjusted to Texas, and to especially Lubbock, Texas. And I think that I'm finally starting to, I guess, get adjusted, that at the moment I feel okay with living in Lubbock, Texas. Could that change next week, in 2 weeks, in a month, in a couple months? Yeah, it could, because you know, I'm a human being. My emotions change, and my thoughts and my opinions change. But I've already been rambling for over 6 minutes. But I just really wanted to give my brutally honest opinions about living here so far. Everybody's experiences are different. And so, again, no hate to Lubbock. I think that I was just kind of getting adjusted to Lubbock from what I came from, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm going to stop it there because I'm rambling at this point. But I don't know, maybe this was entertaining. Maybe this was helpful to somebody. I have no idea.
It was entertaining, but not for the reasons you wanted it to be.
But if you would like to, you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, at the Native Patriot. Native spelled N8, like the number 8, I-V-E. The Native Patriot. And having said that, I'm going to stop before it gets to 7 minutes. Okay, bye.
Good Lord. Keep it coming. Like, here are his videos that he's produced so far. The one we just watched, a video about him having no friends in Texas, another one complaining about Texas, one claiming about that there are still people who aren't right-wing in his college. Hello, Mr. Blast. Merry Christmas. Do I regret moving to Lubbock? Like, these are pretty much all his videos, I believe, since he moved. I'm trying to think. No, he did some other ones too. It's really funny, though. It's like most of what he talks about. Hydrate. I'm sure we'll keep checking in on him in the future as he slowly goes crazy, living in the middle of nowhere. Moving on. Chinese restaurant with 110 inspection violations? Oh no.
One restaurant, 110 violations. And on top of all of that, our cameras caught something disturbing on camera that even still exists in the kitchen now.
In tonight's Dirty Dining, Local 10 investigator Jeff Wines here tries to get some answers from an owner who doesn't want you to know what inspectors found recently.
I don't know what this is. This is fish on the floor. We don't know if it was going to be cooked or used for sushi, but we do know it doesn't belong on a
floor sushi.
filthy, wet, greasy kitchen
That's authentic right now, right there. That's how they do it in Okinawa.
floor. We are in the kitchen at China Buffet at 1137
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Chinese buffet, not a Japanese one. My bad.
Bird Road. Inspectors recently found 110 violations here, and we saw some of the issues still exist. You have steak on the floor. Can you just take the steak off the floor? That bin of raw meat was very close to that piece
Why?
of fish we found on the floor. No one could tell us what was in this sink in the dishwashing area. There are 3 full pages of violation after violation. Roaches near a sink and a food prep table. Chicken, beef, pork, ham, dumplings, all out of temperature. The dish machine was not sanitizing. Food debris, encrusted materials, mold, grease was found on almost everything from ovens to the soda guns. There was evidence of an employee smoking in a food prep area. There was an objectionable odor in the kitchen.
See, this makes me sad because I guess not necessarily this specific chain, but I do like a Chinese buffet. You go in, you get a mountain of orange chicken, you eat it, and then you get the soft serve ice cream that's there for some reason. It's not good for you. It tastes good. Nick says, not to be classist, but how do you let your restaurant get this bad? I don't think that's a classist thing. They're just not cleaning. Like, I get it. I don't expect every restaurant in the world to have, like, the newest, nicest equipment. But you still need to clean the restaurant and not keep things on the floor and at room temperature.
That could be coming.
Like, this is food safety 101, guys, is making sure your cold stay cold and your hot stay hot.
From this bathroom that was in the kitchen, it was full of standing water and reeked of sewage. What in the world is going on here? The owner doesn't want to talk about it.
No cameras.
No cameras what? Don't, first of all, don't touch. First of all, don't touch the camera.
Don't touch the camera.
Talk to the attorney.
Don't touch my camera. Don't touch my camera.
110 violations. It's the worst inspection we've seen in a long time. 110.
We show those entering to eat what was recently found inside.
Oh, no.
You're gonna eat somewhere else.
Yeah.
I just bought from there and I returned it right now.
We are shocked the state allowed this place to reopen following an ordered cleanup and reinspection, and we have passed our...
You did work that took you into many kitchens, many of them I would never eat again. I get that. I've worked at 2 restaurants in my life, McDonald's and Culver's. Honestly, McDonald's isn't... How do I put this? As long as you order something that gets turned over pretty quick, like a burger, you're fine. Never order a fillet of fish from McDonald's. I guarantee that fish has been sitting there for hours. Don't order a fillet of fish. Other than that, though, if you get just burgers or whatever, McDonald's isn't good for you, obviously, and it's like low quality, cheap food, but it's fine. The sanitation shouldn't be a really big issue unless it's an individual basis thing where the person isn't washing their hands or whatever. Culver's, honestly, in my opinion, and this was just the one I was at, even cleaner. Both were very clean restaurants. To the point where it was annoying, because I was one of the people doing the cleaning. But I get it, you know? They were very clean places that were pretty strict on food safety stuff. So if you're worried about either of those restaurants, they're fine as far as fast food goes.
Findings onto the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. The good news, you now know what's going on behind the kitchen door. In Southwest.
The floor fish got me. That's bad.
Miami-Dade, Jeff Weintz here, Local 10 News.
Oh, remember, Local 10 has made it easy for you to see any restaurant inspection statewide right on your smartphone. It is worth checking. Just download our free restaurant.
Yeah, Culver's cheese curds are the bomb. I was the person, I worked the line, so I also did the kitchen stuff, but in the mornings I did maintenance and truck. So I would like unload the trucks that would come in with the food and different supplies for the kitchen and everything, which was a little annoying. The maintenance, though, that involved a lot of the cleaning stuff and making sure the stuff functioned. Like, I'd filter the fryers and clean off the grill and make sure everything was turning on and everything. Don't get me wrong, I don't have the expertise that if stuff was really, really broken, I can't fix that. I didn't have training for that. I just had to do the basic everyday maintenance of everything. But yeah, they kept stuff pretty clean at Culver's, and the oil was changed reasonably. Like every 2 or 3 days, the oil got changed, and every day it got filtered. That was fine. Anyway, more cringe.
Do you like fake doctors? Do you want to see a 60-year-old man make a 40-year-old woman cry? Do you want to see people's heads get ripped from their bodies? Don't be a pussy in it.
Elon Musk cringe. I'm assuming I saw this earlier. Is this the... Yeah, I saw him tweet this. Elon Musk is legitimately a 12-year-old boy with the power of one of the world's richest men, and it's horrifying.
Fuck yes. Well,
he's got that aloof, like, South Park teenager. Anyone who cares about anything sucks, except for the things I like, which are rocket ships and fast cars. It's really stupid.
Boy, howdy, do I have the Texan for you.
Dude, what is this strange chiropractor world I've stumbled upon that is pretty much the buildup of a shitty porno? My roommate and I, like a month ago, went down this weird rabbit hole of this bizarre chiropractic YouTube channel. I don't even know how we found it. My YouTube recommended is just a black pit of despair. And I only make it worse because I click on literally everything in it. Either way, I'm here to talk about the sexual wraith that is
Dr. Gregory Johnson.
And before we even get...
His ex is now dating Chelsea Manning and he's corn cobbing like no tomorrow. Seriously? That's kind of funny.
Get into the video. You gotta see the title. It's magical.
Yoga pants and first time ring dinger. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, don't go to a chiropractor. Not a good idea.
Than this.
By the way, he's a chiropractor with a signature move. And apparently he's got that shit on lock with a trademark. A chiropractor uploaded a video to his YouTube channel and he titled this. This is the name he gave it.
Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We have Tammy here with us today, and Tammy came all the way over here from... And what's that, about 4 or 5 hours?
About 5 hours.
5 hours, yeah. And you came over here complaining of lower back pain.
Be sure to remember that. This woman came to get treated for back pain.
With a little pain out to your left.
Nothing weird about this, just a 65-year-old man with his hand on a 30-year-old woman's ass. That's the face of approval.
So I've already done her history and examination, and we're going to do her adjustment first thing, but I do want to show you her posture. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes and flex your head forward and backwards for me. And then back to neutral. Okay, so you relax your arms. There you go. See how your hands are kind of riding out in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
This man just played with her hair 3 times in a row to talk about her hands.
That's because your shoulders are a little forward because your head's forward in the Z-axis this way, so your ear's right here over.
So I'm going to use this scientific device called a pen to conduct my research. Because I am a doctor, and you should treat me as such. Also, bro, what is the point of wearing scrubs if you're a chiropractor? Other than to make other people think that you are a doctor.
He looks official.
Of which, sorry to break the news, but you are not.
Positive Knockless and Deerfield test there too.
Those were 100% made up words. There's no way. You can't fight me on this. He just said a bunch of nonsense words.
So if you look right where the sole and the heels meet, you can see the left one's a ½ inch shorter here.
This is what I hate about this guy, is that he makes so much of this bullshit up. Every single person that lays on this thing, he tells them that their legs are uneven. Every single person. Yeah, I got a little pain in my neck. Oh, well, your legs are uneven. What are you talking about? He said that bullshit to an Eagles lineman. I'm not fucking with you. Here's the video.
Big B plays offensive tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys were Super Bowl champs just a couple years ago, right?
Yeah,
last year. That's right. And your left leg is shorter by a ½ inch in this prone position.
Every single video, without fail. Well, I told you I'd talk about the machine.
Oh God, it's like you touching her butt. Stop.
Oh my God. Listen to the hydraulics on that fucking beast of a machine. Nowhere in the chiropractic recipe does it call for hydraulics.
There. That's probably the sore spot on you most of the time, isn't it?
If it wasn't, sure as fuck is now.
Okay, but look here. Deep.
The point is he thinks half an inch can make a difference. For him, half an inch is a lot, I'll have you know.
I think you get the idea. He breaks people's backs for a living.
Complaining of lower back pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the human back.
That's sore, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's sore, isn't it? Because you're stabbing her in the face with your fucking thumbs, you lunatic.
I know. Sorry. You breathe better after this, though.
I really doubt it. Okay, but for real this time. The human back.
I didn't.
There you go.
He is cracking her knuckles.
Prokagam says, I have arrived. What have I missed?
Complaining of lower back pain.
But, let's get real. I know why you guys are here. You guys came to see the ring, motherfucker.
Link, please. One of my parents, I don't remember if it was my mom or my dad, but there was this period of time where they knew I hated, like, having my, like, fingers cracked. So they'd, like, they thought it was hilarious. It was probably my dad. I don't remember, though. So they'd, like, grab me and they'd, like, pull my fingers until they, like, did the, not, like, it didn't actually, like, cause any actual physical harm, but it was uncomfortable. You know, they did that thing where it cracks like that. They did it to my toes, too. I hated that shit. Ugh.
Fucking dinger.
Yes, ma'am.
This absolute savage has his YouTube plaque up on the wall. Mad respect.
My parents are dicks? Oh yeah, I know. There's a reason I don't talk to them anymore. That's not the reason, but there's a lot of reasons.
No, you're good. You're good.
If I ever go into a doctor's office, although this is not a doctor's office, if I ever go into an office and I see a YouTube silver plaque hanging on the wall, I'm running as far as I can. I know this. As someone with my own YouTube silver plaque, never trust someone with one of these. Never trust someone with one of these.
Right there, I'll get it. There we go. Slide down underneath.
Did not edit that audio. that is just the sound that table makes.
It's just a little bit. And see, you're in the last page too.
If you have two, you're trustworthy, obviously, which is why I'm trying to get two. So go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/HannahReloaded, so I can get a second silver plaque so my life can become legitimate. Oh god, what is this gonna be? I'm horrified. Maps and Mimics, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Appreciate it. Oh no. Maps and Mimics says, happy late birthday with 100 bits, and then Purple Pondini with 5,000 bits says, I trust you completely about not trusting YouTubers with silver plaques. Thank you so much for the bits. Procgum, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Is this just a gift sub party? Why? I appreciate it. Gift subs, gift subs. Oh no 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 no! Oh, I feel like we're about to watch a woman be murdered. Procgum says because YOLO. YOLO indeed. Oh god, no 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 no! Ah! Oh, that could kill you. That could kill you.
Rips people's heads off. But, I mean, this lady seemed to...
Fatality.
enjoy it.
Just like
Flawless
that.
victory.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I hear you. You might be thinking, hey, at least he's not hurting anybody.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, breathe.
So, if you couldn't tell, he did his signature move on a normal fucking person. And naturally, she felt like her head was being torn the fuck off by a creepy old chiropractor. Now, I easily could have just done a video with this lady.
Biomechanics of the thoracic spine and rib cage, which is often...
Oh, God, this poor woman. Overthought says, I made the mistake of trying a chiropractor for a bit to work on neck pain, and the dude used this jackhammer contraption on me. I quit on them halfway through the treatment they scheduled me for. Probably a good call.
But I didn't...
If you have actual back pain, I'd suggest talking to, like, a real doctor, and for temporary relief, maybe getting and seeing a licensed masseuse, if you can afford it. If not, I totally get it, but, you know, I don't think a chiropractor's gonna help you long term, or even really in the short term.
Didn't think you guys wanted to see a grown woman getting tortured for 10 minutes.
A little left, and then look at the wall behind you. Completely back. No, I got you. I'm not gonna let you fall. I've lost you.
Oh. There's one last thing I gotta show you guys. It's the
physical therapy.
End of the ring dinger, I think.
Anything involving actual licensed doctors. Ooh. Is it time for the thingy? Oh, did this come with it, or was this a separate thing you happen to have?
It's something I just happen to have.
Nice. It fits perfectly. I now have a crystal ball so that I may look into the future, chat. Courtesy
Hello,
of
Father.
Mr. Blast. Woo.
Mr. Blast got this at the Renaissance Festival. No idea how long ago.
An orb to ponder, indeed. Hats off. What would you like me to wear? Laughing to death? Preferably not the professor hat. Now you can be the Goblin King. I don't have a big enough cod piece for that.
My dad says that it was before I was born, so that was over 26 years ago.
Can you grab me the witch hat, please?
Oh, perfect. Flop.
Nice.
I'm not sure what the ring dinger is, first of all. I don't know if it's the whole process or if it's just the rip your head off move.
Right here. Okay. And I'm gonna have you face the mirror again.
You look very pretty.
Shooting Houston, now I'm gonna shoot you. Let's have you flex your head forward.
The crystal ball also fits nicely.
On that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's not funny. There's been more murders here in Houston last month or so.
Thinking we could find a base.
Why is he talking about this?
Purple light.
Yeah.
He's a fucking chiropractor.
I need to remember to put this somewhere when I am not streaming, where it does not have access to light. I do not want it to magnify light accidentally and burn the home down.
Yeah, well, you can put it...
or put it under a cloth or something.
You can put it, like, back in the thing that my dad
Okay.
put it in. Or does it fit in your weird
It might.
box? It wouldn't,
No.
no.
I can put it in the desk if I have to.
Okay, good. Hold these up and back.
Tell us the future. Oh, glorious orb. Show me into your refractive center what lies in store for us in the future. It's all bad. It's all bad. I will consult. I'll consult the bones.
The bones.
Whisper.
The bones are coming.
Whisper to me, bones, of what do we see within the future? Tinfoil upon the morrow? I see. Tomorrow's Tinfoil Tuesday.
Those here, and we're going to bring your head straight back first, and then look at the wall behind you, Tammy. There.
He's got an air gun that at the end of his weird little escapade, he just shoots him in the neck. She came here with back pain. This guy is a roller coaster to watch. Let me know what you guys thought down below.
Jesus Christ. Don't go to chiropractors.
No, don't go to chiropractors. My father calls them chiropractors.
Nothing beats the taste of winning.
Captain Star.
What is it, Thumfred?
We've detected a traffic spike in an online personality quiz.
Maps and Mimic says, Mr. Blast stole the Project Looking Glass device Tesla invented that Trump uses to see the future.
It's got boredom's fingerprints all over it.
Captain Star, to the rescue!
Slotomania. Final excitement!
Just remember, fun is in your hands. Download Slotomania now for free and find out what will today spin.
Yes, it is, yeah. You must be from Portugal.
No, it's Spain.
No, Spain, no. Okay, well, I'll let you carry on.
Yeah.
Yes, have a good day.
Thank you.
God, does he have a mic right against his heart and you can hear it beating? This is someone trying to pick up women randomly, which I don't recommend you do. Don't harass people in public. Nails the Tabaxi says, hello all, I show up for the first live stream I'm able to catch in like 2 weeks and get some fresh nightmare fuel for my trouble. How are you? Let me ask the orb. How am I doing, orb? Gazing into the surface of the orb and deep into its depths. I'm doing okay. You did not miss the guy married to dolls. God, this guy's audio's dog shit. I can't listen to that.
Up next, turn your attention directly to the head table. It is time for the best man to give his remarks. Everybody, welcome.
I think I've seen this speech. It's a terrible best man speech.
Scott.
Well, I'm Jason's brother.
Has Peter been posted to Cringe yet? No. Has he done anything in a while? I don't think he has. Let me look. I should probably post him at some point. Nope, he hasn't posted in 2 weeks.
We're loud people here, so don't worry about that. Anyways, let's give you a quick story. My dad was just talking about how Jason and Whitney have always been there for him. Well, let's talk about the first time we went on vacation with him. He had a very bad back, and the guy couldn't do anything by himself. Like, what do we got?
He sounds like Terrence Popp. It's because he's drunk.
Bad story. Whatever. Anyways. I'm sucking already. Anyways. We had to carry him everywhere he wanted to go. Whatever. Alright. Switching scenes. Sorry. Alright, I first met Whitney at the bachelor pad. That was also known as my dad's house. Personally, I have 2 sisters. Never cared for either of them. But Whitney I thought might be the one, and we had some good times, and then I found out she went to bed at about 7 o'clock, and that ruined that relationship too. So anyways, my brother's a douche. What do you want to know? Winging it. Pull it in. Sorry. No, seriously though, Jason's always been a really good guy. We always haven't been the best of friends, but anytime
going to bed at 7 p.m. sounds sus. Honestly, I'd probably go to bed as early as possible too if I had to spend time with this guy all day. Please, please, I long for the sweet, sweet release of unconsciousness.
I've ever needed Jason. He's always been there for me.
You love that the beer's in plastic cups.
Seriously, he took me
I don't care what people use as their wedding shit. If they want to use plastic cups, they can. I don't care.
to the hospital one time in the middle of the night. I'm not going to tell you guys about that story, but anyways, Jason's always been there for me. We don't use the L word around the Hemmer house, but you're the man, brother.
Ew, that was terrible. What the hell? Let's see. RT's Soraya Foss defends her network's reporting of Russia-Ukraine.
Joining us now is Soraya Foss, who was apparently a write-in U.S. presidential candidate and who appears on RT regularly. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. So, look, I can completely understand having disputes with the U.S. government.
Speak the Truth says, I go to bed at 7 p.m. due to my circadian rhythm waking me up at 4 a.m. I mean, that makes sense. You're still getting, you know, a similar amount of sleep.
European government.
L word is love. He was saying he can't say I love you to his brother even on his wedding day.
Even the Ukrainian government. But why would you assist in Putin's propaganda effort?
It's not propaganda. The problem is I've always said that the media here in the United States is the fourth branch of government because it moves public opinion. And we've seen it every single day. I mean, we've had the same mandate, different faces here in the United States for over 30 years. Nothing has changed, no matter who's in office, whether it's a Republican or
the L word is ligma.
But it always seems to be the same narrative. To think that we're in the United States where we supposedly have a democracy, we have freedoms, freedom of speech, why are we being censored? Why are they so adamant in censoring RT if it's not because they're actually one of the ones that are portraying the truth?
Because they're literally an arm of the Russian government? They are literally Russian national propaganda?
Because you don't see that happening here in the United States, in our own national media.
It's not being censored. It's actually still widely available, which actually surprises me. But let me ask you, when I'm looking at some of the satellite footage, for example, of 40 miles of Russian troops.
I would imagine you can probably go to their own website. RT has a website, don't they? RT. Yeah. They're not being censored. You can go to their website right now and look at their fucking propaganda.
Troops preparing to enter Kyiv. That's certainly not something you're going to see on RT. Is there a reason that they don't want to actually show that Kyiv's about to be attacked?
I mean, you have to realize what's happening right now. It's a military operation. It's not an invasion. Now, they're pushing for it. This whole thing wouldn't have happened if it's not the countries adamant on having it join the Ukraine and bringing in, you know, more, what do you call it, Eastern push towards it, you know, because what Russia's...
What the fuck is she talking about? Russia invaded Ukraine. It's a military operation. A military operation to do what? It's like idiots who are like, the Civil War was about states' rights. The states' rights to do what? Own slaves?
Doing in essence is more self-defense. They bombed, from what I understood.
We are doing preemptive self-defense, or as I like to call it, an offensive invasion of a sovereign nation.
Were 6 bio labs that were put in there, that were in the Ukraine. So that
Oh, that's another piece of bullshit, fake news Russia's trying to put out there. The labs bullshit.
That's obviously could have been of harm, not just to the Ukraine, but to...
She was clearly given, like, a list of talking points that she doesn't understand very well, and she's just trying to hit them. Stone Corbell says, what is a sovereign nation moving their army into another sovereign nation with the purpose to attack, but an invasion?
Not just to Russia, but to everybody.
When you say it's your understanding, where are you getting this information from? I assume you're getting this from the Russians, right?
Yeah, she said the Ukraine as well, which you're really not supposed to do. It's Ukraine. It's not the Ukraine. Darth Hayes with 300 bits says, a special military operation that Putin said was made to disarm the Ukrainian military that turned into a siege warfare that's killing hundreds of people every day and displacing millions. Makes perfect sense. Meek says, it's hard to believe that Russian media is actively trying to convince people that Fox Die is a real thing. I don't even know what that is.
No, it's not from the Russians. You have to realize, not everybody has time to do their own research and to find things. Everybody is going, especially the Americans, by what they hear, what it is that they're being listening to here in the United States, whether it's social media. I speak several languages. I don't just listen to the American news. I listen to the Arabic news. I listen to the Spanish. I also understand Italian and French. You know, you have to be able to do your own research to question things.
Do your own research.
That's what I ask everybody that you have to do. You really have to question and look at both sides of the issue. This is an ongoing issue that's been going on. This isn't something new.
Oh, it was a virus from Metal Gear? Gotcha.
Know, and what
Lily Love Stuff says, in Russia and Belarus, they're not calling it an invasion. I have friends who are stuck in Ukraine are basically protesting or posting on VK. It's like Russian language Facebook and using that to get information into Russia and Belarus.
What has me concerned is the fact that they keep on pushing this narrative as if they're wanting war to happen, and nobody.
It's already a war. Why is it
war? And when you take a look and see who's supporting the Ukraine, you have George Soros, you have the Clintons, you have a lot of people that are supporting, and that alone
dog whistle
kind of makes anybody question. And don't forget
even if
that
it's,
Biden has his own self-interest and his own ties to the Ukraine. To me, analyzing this
is literally just like reading a QAnon forum. These are the same exact talking points they have. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like they're getting their, quote, information from the same source. It's Russia. Hydrate.
Having the Ukraine join NATO could just be his way of having returned favors.
Right, okay, but so Ukraine hasn't joined NATO, first of all, and I know that George Soros and the Clintons are sort of great talking points, right? But it's not George Soros and the Clintons that we're focusing on, right? Because it's all of the United States, largely. It's conservatives and liberals alike. It's almost every country in Europe at this point is now joining and saying, you know what? Wherever you're getting your information, and I've got to believe it's from the Russians because you didn't answer my question about where you're getting your information.
No,
you
it's
said
not
you're
from the
watching a lot
Russians.
of
I don't have
different
any
networks.
contact with the Russians.
Is that right?
You literally worked for RT!
Exactly.
I'm curious
and the thing is that you analyze, when I take a look and see, because I've been following, and I follow the politics for a very long time, a lot of these images that they're taking are taken from the Syrian propaganda they tried to push. A lot of this is taken from
the ones
all
that
these
I'm
different
seeing,
types of films that they're doing.
Right. Here's the good news. Here's the good news is I know where the source is of the videos that we use, and I can tell you that they're not from the Syrian war, okay? And the satellite images of the 40 miles of Russian troops preparing to enter Kyiv are not from the Syrian war either. At what point would you be convinced that this is a really bad, dangerous thing that Vladimir Putin is doing, and for you to say, you know what, I'm done with RT, I'm done playing the propaganda game.
Neko, thanks for following.
What would have to happen for you to feel that way?
Well, let me tell you something. For me to say they would have to actually sit there and negotiate. And what I mean by negotiate is that they have to go back to the previous treaties that they did, not something right now that they're going to come up with. I mean,
the fuck is she even talking about? That's a complete non sequitur from what he just asked.
And if you take a look and see, these are things that have been avoided this whole entire time. This is escalated. This isn't something that just happened from one day to the next and Putin decides, you know what, I want to go into the Ukraine just because, you know, I want to take it over.
What could possibly
they have
justify?
Their president, the Ukrainian president, who's a comedian, went hiding in Germany.
Right.
I mean, where was he from the beginning of this? Until we called it out, and a lot of people did. He came back and tried to play hero now.
Oh.
That's aged like milk. Nick says she'd probably have to get her loved ones out of Russia for her to leave RT. Lily Lovestuff says Russia has already blacklisted Ukrainian artists who live in Russia, but Russia isn't censoring people.
What? So he was able to get from Ukraine to Germany and back into Ukraine in that amount of time. That's amazing that he was able to do that, right? See, listen to the nonsense you're spewing. Where are you getting that from?
I don't understand. You have me here on your show because you want to interrogate me? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how news shows work. They ask questions.
If you want me to talk about my reasons and my points, I'm telling you what my reasons are. I'm telling you because I'm afraid for the United States and what it is that's happening here. But what question, what exactly is it that you're asking me? I'm answering the question based from what I understand and what you're telling me. Now, what you're telling me is you're talking about the RT and you're talking about it as being propaganda. What do you see CNN is doing? What do you talk about the white helmets and that they've been fabricating all that stuff that's been going on? You're going to tell me that's true? They got an award, an Oscar award. What does that tell you? And now they want to take them into the Ukraine so they can go ahead and film some more.
An Oscar? Does she mean a Pulitzer?
Videos?
Okay, I'll be very clear. Let me ask it again, and I'll ask it slower this time. Where did you get the information that Zelensky left and went to Germany and was able to get back into Ukraine during this war?
It was in the news. You didn't hear it yourself? He went into a meeting to Germany.
It was in the news, of course. It was in the news. It was on the Russian news. It was on RT.
No, it was here in the United States. You don't Google? You don't Google? You don't see any other news sources?
Sorry. You mean the fact that it was on the internet somewhere?
Is there something else you'd like to ask me? Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yes, there's one other question I'd like to ask you. You are in a very pricey area of Miami Beach. My understanding is you're a teacher. Are you paid by the Russian government?
Why would I be paid by the Russian?
Oh, they're talking about Como getting nominated for an Oscar? Okay.
Government. I'm a pricey area. What do you mean? Just because I'm here, I'm downtown,
what I mean is that
downtown.
I think you are, I worry, I don't know, I worry you are a Russian agent who is being paid by the Russians to appear on Russian television as an American.
That would be nice! Things non-Russian assets don't say for 1,000, Alex! That would be nice. Lady Necro says, I'm fairly convinced I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. However, people who actually believe this make me reconsider. Let me be clear. I wouldn't care if someone from Russia came to me and told me they'd pay me $500,000 a year. I would not become a mouthpiece for an authoritarian regime. What the hell?
Supposedly giving objective analysis, and it concerns me, but tell me I'm wrong. I mean, again,
me.
I don't know that.
No, but I wonder if the Clintons are paying you to do the show.
They're so obsessed with the Clintons. They haven't been a part of politics since, like, 2016. She lost. And before that, Bill Clinton hadn't been president for, like, over a decade. Please get over the Clintons.
Yes, and George Soros, too, right? And George Soros.
I guess.
Yes. All right.
I guess.
Soraya, you know, I don't know that we're going to be able to agree, but I hope that you reconsider as an American first.
Reconsider as an American. All Americans need to reconsider and see that our freedoms, we're losing them slowly because you're having all these people take over in the name of what? Democracy? What is democracy? Everybody has their own notion of democracy. This is a republic. The United States is a republic.
Right. That's a changing of the topic from what's happening in Ukraine. But I understand why you changed the topic, because that makes sense. If I were you, I would change the topic as well. Soraya Foss. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe.
Good Lord. Who is this guy? I've never seen this guy. News Nation? Is anyone familiar with this? I have no idea who this is. I don't know. Anyway. Man telling jokes to Disney employees?
You know what music
oh, God. Disney adults. Disney adults.
Or listens to?
No, I don't really know much about him. I try to actively avoid him as much as
Oh, well, he listens to Daft Punk because he wants to get all night to get Loki.
Now tell me, what sort of reaction were you hoping to get from me?
This is a little special, fun video for you guys. I actually had a viewer, they messaged me and they're having a really hard time. They said that these videos make you happy. You know who you are. I don't want.
H-Baird says, what's the over-under on how many enough Fox News hosts end up being paid Russian agents, in your opinion, of course? Tucker Carlson is probably getting paid somewhere. I don't know about the others.
I want to call you out on
in my opinion.
But this video is for you. And also for Bored Millionaire who watches this. You said every time I tell a pun, it makes your soul a little bit brighter. Let's get brighter today. Hey, Janet, what kind of computer does Mickey Mouse use? An iPad mini. What is Clarabelle's mood when she's feeling sad? Moody. Anthony, where does Ariel go when she loses something? The Lost and Flounder department.
Don't make cast members have to laugh at your bad jokes. They basically have to.
What did Lando Calrissian say when he had Wookiee steak? It's a little chewy. What did Lando Calrissian say when he had Wookiee steak? It's chewy. Oh! Kurt, what does Baloo need to live? The bare necessities.
That's not even a joke. That's just from the movie. That's just what they say in the. That's what they say in the movie. That's not a joke. That's the movie. They have a song about it.
All right, so my sister's computer password is Minnie, Mickey, Goofy, and Pluto. When I asked her why, she said she was told to use 4 characters.
That's a knee slapper.
Why did the Jedi try and cross the road?
To get to the dark side.
Exactly.
Esteban, why did Buzz Lightyear give Bullseye some cough syrup?
Because his throat was a little hoarse, or because he was a little horse?
He was a little horse.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Hey, Andrew, Tori, why didn't Flick go to prom?
He's an ant. Bug's Life. I don't know.
He heard it was a mothball.
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible.
You know the Samsung store?
Yeah.
Do you know who they hired to be security? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh. I don't get it.
Did I really mess it up that bad?
Oh my goodness.
John, Emil, do you know where Olaf keeps his money? In a snowbank. Why did Hopper replace his back legs with wheels?
Why?
He wanted to be a grass chopper. He wanted to be a grass chopper.
Oh my goodness.
Why can't you give Elsa a balloon?
Why?
Because she'll let it go. And she doesn't like balloons. Carly, why did Jasmine go to the fruit stand? She was looking for a date.
These people aren't paid enough to deal with this man.
Hey, I got a joke. What's red and bad for your teeth?
A brick.
Yeah!
Why don't you ever ask Yoda for money? Because he's a little short. Officer Calvin Blue, what do you get if you cross Clarabelle and Huey, Dewey, and Louie? What is that? Milk and Quackers. That's a good one. Why did Mickey Mouse go into outer space? To find Pluto. Ah! Thanks, Mickey. Why is Yoda a good gardener? He has a green thumb. I can't crack a smile on her face, man. I don't know what I'd do. Why doesn't Peter Pan fly planes? Because he can never land. Why does Snow White treat all the dwarfs equally? I do not know. She's the fairest of them all.
Okay, we're not even halfway through this video, but I think that's all I can do. Overthought says, how did Nemo's dad save money on his birthday party? I don't know how.
As we leave Jomo Kenyatta Airport, Marquette's
Lily Love Stuff says, you know what? I didn't think cringe would actually make me cringe, but that made me cringe. Oh god. This guy made his own, like, emerging world leader profile.
Mobile rings. The chief of police is phoning.
They already had the clownfish.
To welcome Mr. Button to Nairobi, sharing that an armed guard will be waiting in the morning to escort Marquette wherever he wishes to go. It's a mystery as to how such a young man has so many extraordinary connections around the planet. Marquette Devon is the real-life James Bond.
Don't call yourself a real-life James Bond. That is definitely a very not James Bond move.
All the leaders I've documented, I've never witnessed an armed guard so taken with the person they are charged with protecting.
You know what's not very James Bond? Is hiring some lady on Fiverr to say flattering things you wrote about yourself.
Marquette is a man you share your secrets with and laugh with, even if you have an AK-47 strapped over your shoulder. It's just that Marquette Devon Burton is enchanting and bold and kind. A Kenyan public school teacher reached out asking if he would be willing to surprise her students on their field trip to Nairobi. Despite other plans, with a smile, he agreed.
Who even is he?
The Kenyans literally rolled out the red carpet for Mr. Burton's arrival.
That just looks like a carpet that's always there.
He is an...
Robert Morley says, hello, Hannah. Really barreled doing taxes. Just saying hello. Will be listening. Well, I hope your taxes go well. I hope you don't owe too much relative to your income. Which must be a lot, considering your gift sub record. Or your bits record.
...dramatic figure. A businessman. And a boxer. An author. A stoic. And a poet. And above all, a philosopher. A leader in reform.
Or... even better. Oh, duh, you're a tax lawyer. That makes sense. This must be your busy time of the year. Okay, well, do more people's taxes so you can make more money so you can give me more bits. That's how this works. Seriously, though, I hope it's going well. Marcus Drake says, tangentially, if you ever go back and watch the old Bond films, there's a lot more handing of women than I remember. I don't like the James Bond movies. I love most franchise films. I really like franchises, especially ones with long legacies. Never been into James Bond. Even the newer Daniel Craig ones, which I've seen a couple of, I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't get the appeal. I'm glad other people enjoy them, but, you know, it's never been for me.
Forming global human...
Robert, do my taxes for me. No, I'm doing a waste. I'm just going to use TurboTax.
Culture.
Or one of the free ones. I know there's free ones.
He's written a 3-sentence Bible. Be yourself.
Do I find them boring? Yeah. Yeah, they're mostly boring, and I don't really like James Bond as a character. Like, I get it. Especially in the earlier ones, a lot of it is like, oh, he's stoic and he's so cool and calm and collected, and it's like, that's not interesting to me. And even in the Daniel Craig ones, where he seems a bit more of a fleshed out character with like inner feelings and struggles and stuff, it just never did it for me. I don't know. Hydrate.
Be good to yourself. Be good to good people. And here he is living that.
Okay, enough of this guy's self-aggrandizement.
Hey guys, trust your sources here. Welcome to Fended. This show is going to be really, really painful. There's nothing that you'll ever see that's going to be more painful than what you're about to see. So,
Ace of Infinite Spades, what would you like me to put on?
If you're a little bitch, click away. For all you real men that aren't afraid of pain, stay with us. I wanted to start the show off with something positive.
Ice cream, chocolate swirl, ice cream, strawberry.
What are the options? Horns, flower crown, Jadora, construction hat, purple fedora thing. I think that's what I have. Space Jam hat, I guess. Although that's ugly. Flower crown, cool.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, chocolate swirl, ice cream,
pretty.
You get that? I was like so mesmerized. Can you say it one more time? One more time, everybody. Ice cream.
just say your order.
I really like that. That was really, really good. This at my work, but...
Can you hide under? Ow! Get!
Beautiful singing all at once. Well, anyway, let's go on to the next thing.
Let's see. Caption says, my son is 27 and won't work for 10 years, won't do shit, accuses me every day, or abuses me every day. Any suggestions? I'm mentally going nuts.
Get the fuck up now! Who do you think you fucking are? 30 years old and you hide under a blanket! This is fucking nuts!
Danvers 2000, thanks for following.
First of all, I think she's being very rude.
Fuck up, man. Why are you gonna make me call the cops?
I think actually call one.
Alright, I'm already over this video because the guy narrating is incredibly obnoxious and I don't want to keep skipping over him. How about the guy that... How do I put this? He thinks he's married to his dolls. Let's check this out.
What up, what up? Your boy J-Dog King Hefner coming back at you, man. Hey, look, I was just thinking, man, it was just something I was tripping off of. You know, I can't lie, you know, these are life-size synthetic companion sex dolls. And so a lot of people think of them as just...
Sent you a email from your business address?
Just that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Just like my boy Doc Chaos said, you know, he said he got a Jessica Rabbit doll the other day. And as soon as he got in the door, he ended up going at that thing. And look, I ain't gonna even lie, that doll is fine. So I don't blame him. And like I say, I know these dolls are, you know, used for that purpose. Don't get me wrong, I do. But I do want to let y'all know, man, like, that ain't all they used for. You got people out here that's getting these dolls just for photographic purposes. You got these dudes just like building bonds with them and ain't even thinking about sex. Like me, I'm gonna be honest. When I first even thought about a sex doll, I'm like, sex doll, I'm like, look, I don't really need companionship. I'm a rebel. I'm a loner. I don't necessarily need a relationship, but like,
I don't know if it makes you a rebel to buy sex dolls. Like, I don't care if that. I don't care. I don't care what people do. But you're not a rebel. You're just a person with extra money to buy sex toys that look like human beings.
It's that time. You know what I'm saying? Something like this is better than you doing it manually. If you get my drift, you get what I'm saying. So, that was intriguing from that standpoint. And then the fact that you can like make it like you want to in some cases. No offense, Callie's son, because you know she comes like she comes, and guess what? She's a badass woman. So we ain't gonna talk about that. But sometimes you can change the woman, and that's how my WM doll from Sex Real Sex Dolls.
Did he just say his sex doll comes? Hydrate.
Can change her up, right? So the thing about it is, I understand.
Is that a sex doll behind him? What else do you think it is?
Sex is part of that game. But I ain't gonna lie, you'll never believe it. Ever since I hit 5, literally, I haven't thought about that. With my dolls, I just been thinking about like how I'm gonna do things with them. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm not even talking about sex, not a joke.
Marcus Drake says, if your sex doll comes, please consult an exorcist.
Now, I'm just thinking about how I might want to do.
He said she's not a custom one. You can't change her look. She comes how she comes. That's better.
Things with them, and I'm thinking about like how I can just.
Oh, you just got here. Sorry.
Take care of them because it's fun. Like it was fun.
My snark mode is on.
Powdering and bathing. Callie's son the other day, making sure that her skin and all that stuff feel good. It was fun actually, like going out, getting her some clothes and stuff. Like I've done that with my real girlfriends before, but you don't even deal with the element of it possibly being a disappointment or somebody not wanting you to do that, right? That's what the beauty is. But here's the other thing. I'm not in a rush to have sex with her, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because she's available to have sex with me when I need to. That's the difference between her and a real woman. Like with a real woman, we built to have to chase and try to get it from you. And you might be like, why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because like as men, we have to. It's like you can't not.
Can I just cordially thank this man for taking himself out of the running for trying to have sex with actual women? I think he's done everyone a favor in this scenario. He seems to not really want to have a girlfriend or wife with any sort of agency or thoughts of her own. So yeah, the sex dolls are probably a good call for you.
I'd go after it, because in the back of your mind, you know somebody else done went after it, and you don't want to be the guy that's taking 3 years to get it, and you know some badass that didn't give a damn got it in 2 days. You see them got it in 20 minutes, and you waiting 3 years because you the damn nice guy. And that's just the reality of the situation. So you gotta test your boundaries, that's for one. For two, you gotta test the nature of what that relationship gonna be. I ain't saying you gotta rush.
Nick says, as a man who is not horny at all right now, I do declare, be trippin'.
to it, but you gotta actually attempt to get it. So you can know, is this a friendship? Is this something that's gonna be more romantic? You have to do it. With the doll, I don't have to rush it. I know that Callie gonna be here for me. You know, I know that whenever I choose to do it, she gonna be there for me. There's no pressure on me figuring that shit out. And so
imagine Bass or John Doyle with one of those. John Doyle claims he's never really masturbated, right? I don't think it would be, honestly, at the very least, John Doyle should probably use one of these the first time, just because he's so pent up. I think if he uses a sex doll, when he finishes, he's straight up gonna blow the head off that thing. There's gonna be so much internal pressure. And I'd rather a doll be subjected to that than a human being, much less actually sleeping with John Doyle, but, you know. That's a whole other story.
So, that's why I'm not in any rush. Like, I truly want to just get to chill with her and know her and take care of her. And so, that's why sex doll owners, while they do have sex with their dolls, and I'm not saying that I won't, they don't need to rush to do. That's all I need to say. J. Dog King Hefner, out of Chino.
Interesting guy.
It's your boy J. Dog King Hefner here. Me and the beautiful Callie son on my side. And you notice something a little different. We ain't in the damn doll room no more. We out and about in these damn Memphis streets, man, because guess what? Hey, I told you, man. Me and Callie, we ain't trying to stay stationary on you motherfuckers. We getting out and about. You know what I'm saying? We got places to go and people to see. So, like I said, y'all need to stay tuned. J. Dog King Hefner, the beautiful Callie son, gonna go take care of a little business. We out of here for now.
Yeah, he takes them out. That's the interesting thing.
Hey, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy J. Dog King Hefner and the beautiful Callie son, and we got a few special guests with us today. First of all, we got my mom.
Oh no! Nails the Tabaxi says, so does he use the dolls to get in the carpool lane? I guess.
We got the beautiful
Oh no!
To the moon.
I don't mean to also bring this up, because gross, but these dolls look too young for him.
And we got the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. Oh yeah,
Why did he sit his mom down in a line with his sex dolls?
Beautiful ladies and me. It's time for us to have a look.
Like, two of them don't even fully have shirts on. They just have robes that are barely covering them.
Fun. So let's get this party started right now.
Someone slap a Brazzers logo on it. Come on. Lily Love Stuff says he named one of them after Naruto. Logart says they're not sex dolls. They're companion prosthetics. Blink twice if you need help, lady.
All right, Ma. First question. How did you feel when I first told you I got a companion dog?
Oh, God!
Well, I wasn't really surprised because you had a doll before, a few years before. It wasn't like this. So I was thinking it was going to be just like that doll, a plastic type doll, a full body doll.
Yeah, I think it was that blow up doll that I had.
Yes, can you remember
Why does your mom know about your blow-up doll?
the name? But you know, so I wasn't really surprised. I was surprised about the realism of the doll.
How do you feel about the dolls now that I have them?
I have come to really like these dolls. They are just so real and just so, I mean, just from the touch, the look, everything.
She touches them. Don't touch them. You know what he does with them, right?
It's crazy.
Do they feel like you thought they might feel?
At first, it was eerie. You know, the flesh, they felt a little cooler than expected.
They felt a little cooler.
But they do feel real. The skin, the fingertips, just that part feels real, just a little cool.
Now, let's get a little deep with this question. How do you feel about the possibility of me never dating a human woman again?
That's a catch-22. Because, of course, part of me would like to see you date a human, but the other part of me, from experience and being a mother with sons, I have gotten so much, I guess, backlash, and even my sons have from women.
Lily Love Stuff says, my mom knows about my sex toys. Is that not normal? It's certainly not typical.
They've been in
Like, and even if she knows about them, have you sat down and had a conversation on camera with her about them explicitly? Like, this is, like, I wouldn't bring someone in, like, a parent into my room and be like, let me show you my dildos. Like, why would you, why? It's just not something I care to share. It's not something for other people. DM Trey says, this is all I can think of.
Hey there, son. I'm sending your grandmother up to your room.
Why?
Be on your best behavior. Oh, and don't let her touch anything that's ever had human semen on it. She's very allergic.
I don't... Dad?
Oh, hello, Jason.
Hi, Grandma.
I see you've got one of those newfangled computer devices. Oh, it's very nice.
Grandma, don't you don't want to touch that keyboard. It's display model. I better just put that, away somewhere.
Look at this.
Huh?
Why, this is just the nicest picture of your sister.
Wait, Grandma, no!
Oh my God! My hands! I need lotion.
I'll get you some. Don't touch that one. Grandma, listen to me. Grandma, no, don't use my lotion.
I tried to warn you. Oh my God!
Why is there cum in his lotion?
I feel pain. I'm going to fall.
No, don't fall in front of the computer chair.
You're coming. So.
How can you be allergic? There are people who are allergic to semen in real life.
Semen! I need to stand up now!
Grandma, whatever you do, don't touch the seat!
Oh, God! Oh, this is ridiculous! How could you? Why is this happening?
Why, son? Why did you masturbate so much?
I don't know!
Oh, the humanity!
If only I paid attention in church!
This message has been brought to you by the Jesus Coalition of America. Because God or something.
Relationships with, I don't want to hear any more about you with your mama again. You have to call your mama again. You're a mama's boy if you spend time with your mama, check on your mama. So I don't get that from these companion dogs. I love it.
How do you feel about the fact that I won't have kids if I stay with my companion dogs?
Astro Fox says she's wearing a Carol Baskin shirt. Also, I can understand parents knowing about sex toys because they may have found them by accident, but actively talking about them with your parents is something I think I'd rather cease existing before experiencing.
That was tougher because, of course, I've always wanted you to have at least one child. And so that's more difficult to accept, but I can accept it a little bit easier because even before you had the companion dogs, you were not, just gung-ho on having children. You were content being, not being a father, and that was fine. I began to accept it.
A lot of people think that people that own companion dogs are crazy. How do you feel about me and others that own companion dogs?
But first of all, I think the word crazy is just a very unacceptable terminology. Everyone is different and unique in their own way. And I've always taught you and your brother to live your life, to be who you are. And no matter, and I want to say that too.
I can't disagree with the sentiment. At the end of the day, he's not hurting anyone. It certainly makes me uncomfortable, but like, I wouldn't want anyone to stop him from doing it. It's his fucking life. I don't care. The Love Stuff says, I don't know, maybe more people who talk with their, or would talk with their parent, wait. I don't know, maybe more people would talk with their parents about sex toys. Snip? I don't understand. Marcus Drake says, ooh, Stream Boss. Stream Boss, nice.
Whoever is out there who does own a companion dog, if you even thinking about it.
Oh, it was supposed to be should. Were you trying to get something to clip from me? No.
Yes, you may be shunned, you may be ridiculed, you may be called names, and that's easier said than done. Because regardless of when they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt, that's not true, because words do hurt. But all I can do is tell you to live who you are, and don't be ashamed about it. And so that's why I'm so proud of you.
A lot of people out there, a lot of viewers out there, they have trouble talking to their families about owning a companion dog. How would you advise them about talking to their families or love?
I just don't understand why. Like, why is that something you would want to do? Like, it's a sex toy. Like, never once have I been like, oh boy, got a new sex toy. Time to go tell family members about it. There's a divider. There's a divider there between personal stuff that's about me and you know, my fiance, and like other things. There's compartmentalization is what I'm trying to say.
Loved ones about owning a companion dog.
First of all, it's bigger than talking to your family or your mother about companion dogs. It's the ability to be able to talk, period, about whatever it is.
He doesn't see them primarily as sex toys. See, I find that claim to be incredibly suspicious, considering he has them not wearing shirts right now.
It doesn't have to be about a companion dog. You know, you want to be able to talk to your family about anything. And that's what I cherish about our relationship. Because just as easily as you come to me, I come to you. And I wish that it was like that for everyone. It may not be, though. That's the reality of it.
My dog.
I don't even think they're wearing pants. I think he literally has the two dolls to the left naked. They're just naked. Like, again, if he primarily used these as just like things to imagine he had a relationship or whatever, like, I get that. Like, there's a movie about that, Lars and the Real Girl. That's a pretty entertaining movie, right? But they're naked. He's not treating them like normal companions. He's not treating them like significant others. You wouldn't have your significant others naked on the couch next to your parent.
Is your favorite? Is it Cali Sun, Asuna Moon, Saima Renee Uzumaki, or Tsunade Star?
I don't even have to. You already know. I don't even know why you even asked that question. Just for the viewers, then I'll tell you. It's my girl right here. Asuna Moon. This is my girl. This is my girl.
Asuna.
Saima, no offense, but this is my girl.
See me go out with me and my dogs riding, and even to a restaurant. Would you consider going out with me and my dogs to a restaurant?
I would absolutely love it. I think that would be just one of the most thrilling times of my life.
And you wouldn't be embarrassed?
Of course not. Not one bit. I would hope that the paparazzi would come and I would be with Dog King Hefner and the girls.
Okay, my next question. You know how happy the companion dogs have made me. Have you ever considered, or would you consider, getting a male companion dog?
I should have known that was going to come up. But seriously, No, I will not consider it. And I've had my share of relationships, and then unfortunately, some were very unpleasant.
But why don't you get a companion dog?
I don't think I want to even entertain. Every time I look over there at that spot at the bed, I'm just like, a companion dog? I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I don't think.
I first got my companion dogs. It had such an effect on me. It made me change my first and last name. How did you?
Lily Love Stuff says, I honestly like his mom. She seems sweet, and her voice tells me she gives really good hugs. I don't disagree.
You feel about that?
She does seem nice.
That was, I think, one of the most difficult things to accept. Because just think, I mean, not that the person I knew was gone, but just that name and every connection to it. It's just like a death almost. It's no more. It was there one moment and now it's gone. So it's been hard to accept. And not only that, you were the last person to carry that name. So now that that name is gone, that whole legacy is gone. But I had to realize that it doesn't change the person that you are. It just, you know, to me, it's just made you better.
So now that name is gone, and it's the beginning of J. Dog King Hefner.
Yes!
All right, guys, that was a little Q&A with my mom and the girls. So we finna get out of here. This is J. Dog King Hefner, the beautiful Cali son, my beautiful mom, beautiful Asanamon, and beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. We are out.
Bye-bye.
Hey, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, J. King Hefner, and the beautiful Tsunade Star. And you guessed it, man. We out on another adventure. And this one right here, man, look, I don't even know how this one gonna turn out, but we plan on going down here on Bill, getting us a burger at this nice little place that I've been wanting to go to for years, called Dive's Burger. And they supposed to have one of the best burgers in the world, and I've never tried it, living here all this time. So we're gonna go down here, see how it go, and guess what? We're taking y'all with us. So here's to a good trip. We'll see what happens. Check y'all in a second.
Oliver.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy J. King Hefner and the beautiful Tsunade Star, man. We're making our way through this parking garage right now because we don't feel like waiting on this elevator. And I can't lie, I gotta be careful because I don't need her falling. But look, man, we finna go into the wide beyond right now, man. So we'll be keeping y'all updated on what the hell is going on. But I promise you, it's gonna be a hell of an adventure, man. We out of here for now. Hey, what up, y'all? Now we outside, man, finna head down on the street. I can't even lie, bro. Hey, music bumping. There's people everywhere, man. Hey, we finna see how this play. And I'm just gonna keep
Can we talk about the doll being in a robe again? At least it's wearing a shirt.
I'm looking for this place called Dive's Burger. And supposed they have some of the best burgers.
Is she holding the phone? She must be. Do dolls like that have like adjustable grips? I'd imagine so, for reasons.
You get, man.
But I don't know. I've never thought about it.
And that's exactly what me and this beautiful girl want to get today. It's a doggone Dive's Burger. So it's crowded out here. I'm gonna leave the camera on for a second. See what's going on. So I'm sweating like a dog. People out. Hey, brother, how you doing? Hey, you know what Dive's Burger is? Hey, how you doing? Great to see you. I forgot all about the man. I got one.
Are you not going to put a mask on your girlfriend, sir?
We got one, y'all. We got one. Well, I don't know how that triple with everything on it. And it comes.
Logard says, don't worry, they've all been vaccinated.
What, fries?
Yes.
Okay, what type of drink choices do I have?
Diet Coke, cherry Coke,
Dr. Pepper, regular Coke, Sprite.
Sprite.
Is that all?
Yeah, that'll be it. Can I get 2 cups for the Sprite?
Yeah.
That was great. So y'all saw me make my first order. We was Guy's Burger Man. Right. But hey, I don't mind y'all.
You be fucking on her?
No, we don't have sex yet. We wait.
She's pretty though.
Thank you.
What I'm doing, man?
Nothing. She just can't walk right now. So I got it.
She just can't walk right now. Marcus Drake says, Bilderberg had a great idea. If it's on Amazon Prime, would you consider watch parties for some of Louis Theroux's wacky weekend docs about this kind of stuff? Yeah, I don't think it is, though, because I like Louis Theroux, and I don't believe those were available on Amazon. I had to get them other ways, which are not available on Amazon, unless they've added them recently. I have them on a Plex server, but I can't just play stuff, you know, on stream, because that'd be copyright infringement.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it.
They're on HBO Max. Yeah, I couldn't do that on Twitch.
Yeah, she's thirsty.
Hey, oh, yeah. I appreciate you, man. Hey, she don't appreciate you.
You want some?
No.
Can I just point out he put his straw directly on the lips of this sex doll? I know he says he doesn't sleep with them, but I don't believe that. No offense to him. I don't believe he spent thousands and thousands of dollars on these and he's not fucking them. That's all I'm saying. Okay, enough of that guy. At least for now.
Yeah.
It's his own cum? No, it wasn't. A stranger put their drink up to the mouth. It was not his drink. So that guy basically put his straw right where that guy has probably come.
Okay, go. Go closer to touch.
This is some sort of protest. I think at KFC. Hi, Ollie. Logarth with a link.
In my old Angel Fire.
Oh, God. Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen it. Ollie, he paused it. Ollie, let's not walk on the keyboard. Let's not walk on the keyboard. The live-action Charlie Brown reboot is gritty. We get it. Oliver emote win. Yeah, I know. You can't hear me? Sorry. I turned it way down. Is that better? Honestly, if I worked at this KFC, just as someone who's worked fast food, like over a decade ago I worked at McDonald's, worked at Culver's for a while after that. If they came in and started doing this, I'd be like, oh yes, we don't have to do anything until the cops show up. Because people aren't coming up to the counter right now, I'd be like, oh, get like 20 minutes where I don't have to be cooking, yes.
Watch this footage here. You are contributing to this if
Someone said she's friends with the vegan teacher, which doesn't surprise me. What was the worst part about working at McDonald's? For me in particular, the heat. It was always so hot back there, especially in the summer, because it was a small kitchen, big flat top grill and fryers and all, you know, the heated surfaces. The heat was really bad. Oh, like, corporate was shit too, but, like, we didn't interact with them very often. I worked at one that was a franchise, and, like, most of the managers weren't super assholes, so it was fine. For that kind of job. Everyone was still underpaid. When did the cops show up? Are you gonna play that part?
Comes off.
Okay. Right. I'll turn that off for us. I think you've been here long enough for your protest. You've made the point. You're allowed to protest.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
What's the issue?
Again, I don't know the UK laws. Sounds like they're in the UK. In the United States, you're allowed to protest, but if you're on someone's private property, they can ask you to leave. And KFC is definitely the private property of either the corporation or the franchisee. And they can ask you to leave, and then you have to move your protest to a public area, like the sidewalk or something outside of it. Oh, Australia? Sorry. Logar says, this cop is wearing most of a drunk drawer on his plate carrier.
Got dead bodies there, mate. What's the issue with showing people the animals before they get killed?
Hannah can't tell Australia from the UK on bingo. That actually wouldn't be a bad one for the sovereign citizen bingo. I do that a lot.
It's a business.
It's a business. Is that a good enough excuse to abuse animals?
Okay.
Legally, yes.
So, you have dead animals over there, mate. What's the difference?
People here are trying to work.
Yeah, you've got no. Yeah, but you've got no excuse to that. Because what we're showing is just legal standard practice in Australia.
You can protest. That's fine. I think if they could protest though.
Yeah. So this is dairy industry.
Put it on again.
Yeah, I'll ask you to have a look at the screen so you can have a look at what actually happens to animals. Yeah, because you can't watch it. Yeah, it's weak. It's weak, mate. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's really...
Oh yeah, she had a discussion with vegan teacher.
Hi everybody, so sorry that we were late. We were having technical problems. Look, honestly, I can't...
I'm not gonna watch her though. I'm good. She does a lot of topless protesting, which is fine. Gets people's attention, I guess. Just seems interesting that that's the choice she goes with. I don't know. All right, let's see what Skippy's up to. So Skippy, for those who don't know, is a guy. I don't know exactly how old he is, but I believe he's Mormon. He's continually been trying to go on dates, find a girlfriend, and, well, I don't know how else to put it, get laid for quite a while, for over a decade now, to no avail. He gets a decent number of dates, but they never go well because he's a pushy, quote, nice guy type who tries to pressure and guilt women into doing things with him and for him and to go on dates with him. It's really creepy. He films basically all of his dates and puts them on YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know if he thinks it's endearing or what. It's not. But we're going to take a look at some of his videos.
So, I just got done with work, and I swung by to pick up some groceries, and I was like, I'm not going to look at these again, ever the same way. especially when she lives 3 blocks away from where it is that I buy groceries. And so, to fulfill having her try it out, these are Klondike bars, and specifically these are the original one. It's ice cream. It's chocolate coated ice cream.
I like Klondike bars. Can I just put that out there? Klondike bars are a nice, just ice cream novelty. It's the most basic you can get. It's just ice cream, vanilla ice cream with a little bit of chocolate on the outside. I stan a Klondike bar. Overthought says, I already think he wants to put this woman in a basement freezer.
No, they're not the best, because I would even...
Also, one time I had Reese's Klondike bars that had, like, Reese's peanut butter ice cream on the inside, and those were pretty bomb.
Say they're...
Oh! Dapper Hologram has also had them. What would I do for a Klondike bar? I would probably go to the store and purchase them, because I am an adult who can buy whatever I want.
Real ones are better, but just
Oh,
the
are we
fact
having
that...
it right here?
You don't have to
Let's
if you
sit
don't want
down.
to. Should we try a,
This is a surprise visit.
Yeah, no, I gave her 0 notice. In fact, I spent the majority of the day sending her messages saying, I don't get why you don't like me, essentially stuff like.
So he just showed up at her house. Don't do that. That's a good way to get the cops called on you.
Like that, and I'm like, you know what? I need to...
She looks so uncomfortable, this poor woman.
Like, I know that we're gonna be friends for forever. I just have a crush on you, and I cannot...
Skippy! Stop! Stop! All of it! Please!
Not get her to reply back in any form whatsoever of, do you even like me a little bit back? Which...
Skippy, no! No. And I'm not, you know, I can't say in my life, in my experience, I've ever been, like, the smoothest individual. I'm also insecure sometimes. Bardlock Moses says, she's asking for help with her eyes. I know. Astro Fox says, I miss Klondike bars, cries and lactose intolerance. But, like, no one wants you to constantly come to them and be like, oh, I just like you so much, but you just don't like me. Why don't you like me? So, no. No one likes that shit. It's uncomfortable for everyone. Stop it. Don't do that. Bad. No. No. Don't do that. Stop trying to force yourself on people and pressuring them into social situations with you. Just stop. Be a normal person. And it's interesting, too, because Skippy, like, actually seems to get a lot of, like, interactions with women, you know? They go on dates with him. He gets them into the date somehow, though I would assume the way he gets them to is very uncomfortably. Though, I don't know, maybe he ramps up the crazy once he gets to know him a little bit. But, like, if you just, like, were a normal person and didn't feel the need to compulsively film every interaction you have with these women, although, honestly, I'm glad he does for the sake of potential future evidence the cops might need, I just be a person. Be like, hey, what's up? What do you want to do? You want to hang out? You want to watch a movie? You want to go out to eat? And then just be like a normal human being. You don't need to be super clever or anything. You don't need to be the most charming necessarily. Awkwardness can be like endearing and cute, but just like be a person, be a human being, and not a sentient ball of insecurities that you make someone else's problem. Because no one wants that. No one wants to date a project, right? They're not here to fix you, Skippy. If they want to spend time with you, that's awesome. That's all it is. Chill out.
Which is probably a pretty good indication that she doesn't, but she avoids talking about it every time I bring it up. Like, just wondering, just a little bit.
Open these.
Yeah. She does that all the time. So, I thought, as a peace offering for having messaged her like 4 times today, do you like me? Check yes or no. That I would bring by the Klondike bar.
Oh, you're having one too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely just
And, like, I even get the idea of what he's doing here in the sense that, like, let's say you are a friend with someone, maybe even someone you do have a crush on or something, right? Or that you're having, you know, casual interactions with, and you're genuinely having a good time interacting with one another, and you bring up in your conversations, like, oh, you've never had a Klondike bar or whatever, and it's something that you've had and you like, or even if you're just using it as kind of like oh, this is something we could talk about. I get the idea of keeping that almost as a running joke, or like oh, you should try this thing. I understand that, but making it forced is so weird. Do not show up to people's houses. Like, maybe sometime in the future, if you were a normal human being and continued to actually have consensual interactions with this person without being a creep, you could be out somewhere getting dinner or stop at a store somewhere, like on the way to like a movie or something, and be like, oh, look, they have Klondike bars. You've never had a Klondike bar. Do you want a Klondike bar? Whatever. You know how human beings are. And not forcing everything like a psychopath. Nick says, make sure it's sealed, lady. Yep.
It's here, I'll hold.
You missed it when you were looking down. She signed that he messaged her 400 times. Oh, God.
While you have your experience with him. Oh, yeah. So I've been asked in the comments a couple times, how do you go your entire life without having tried the Klondike bar? Like, someone asked me, are you foreign?
No. I'm from Earth.
You can be from Earth and be foreign. Just America?
Yeah, I'm from America. I'm sure there are other people who've never had a Klondike
No,
bar,
there's probably some. There's probably
a lot, probably. I don't think I had a Klondike bar until I was like 17, 18, 19. I don't know.
But there's the whole, what would you do for a Klondike? Did you know?
She clearly doesn't get the reference you're making, Skippy. If you've never had a Klondike bar, are there? What are the chances you know that advertising slogan?
Know the jingle.
I think it's I've heard it.
Okay.
I suppose
you just never thought.
I think it's weird if people have never been to California or if people have never been
True.
to the ocean.
Like the ocean, yeah.
Like that's weird to me.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe this is a thing that's weird to people.
A couple in the comments, but that's okay. There's lots of weird people in the comments.
Lovers, I guess.
Yeah.
About to happen. Okay, yours.
Okay. Mine is still wrapped. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Nice. First impressions.
Overthought says, oh God, what are the chances he gets women's addresses numbers from his Domino's job? Oh no. Hi. Spectrum dropped One American News. Good.
Is it? It's just like those ice creams that are on a stick with chocolate and ice cream.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yep. It's just that, but without the stick. Dr. Gamble says, blink twice if you need help, lady.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like caramel in it?
That is a funny thing, too. Out of all the things to talk up, the Klondike bar is not the one to do it. I enjoy Klondike bars. I think they're good, fun little ice cream novelties that are a nice, dessert snack thing on a summer day or whatever. But like, they're not amazing. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, you've never had a Klondike bar? I'd be like, oh yeah, they're like vanilla ice cream with a little bit of chocolate. They're all right, It's not even particularly good ice cream, you know what I mean? It's ice cream. It's not cheese. That's a good way of putting it, yeah. Like, if someone was like, oh, I've never really had a good sharp cheddar cheese, I'd be like, I have some things to show you. I'm going to open up a whole new world of flavor for you. But not a Klondike bar. Yeah. Definitely not worth harassing someone over. Then again, nothing is. Don't harass people, you goddamn psychos.
No,
it's just ice cream.
This is the original.
It's a funny taste. Is that?
I'm gonna start a new Patreon goal, and if you donate a $500 a month to me, then I'll take you on a cheese tasting tour of Michigan. We'll go get some pin-conning cheese. We'll sit down and discuss chuds and cringe and cheese.
Does it have a funny taste? No?
I think it's, how would I describe it?
How much? $500. I'm not a cheap date.
Like there's toffee or something. Well, that was a little really cute.
It's trying to be more than just chocolate tasting, right? It's like trying to be the ice cream, the vanilla is really.
That's too low. Maybe I am a cheap date. Hey, you gotta pay for your own air travel and accommodations to get here, okay? I'll just show up at the cheese place and eat cheese with you. And I'll pay for the cheese.
Really creamy. And the chocolate is trying to be.
This is not legally binding. This is a joke. Don't give me that much money. I will not eat cheese with you.
There's nothing written on the.
I already have enough people to eat cheese with. God damn it. I'll go eat cheese with Jake and Randy. Randy's from Wisconsin. It's like drinking wine with a Frenchman.
The package or anything. About the box. Does it say something about it?
Oops.
Oh, there's 12 different flavors.
Yeah. So
Reese's
the
Heath Oreo?
the Oreo one, I almost got you, but I'm like, no, we gotta have her.
Any update on the grilled cheese wedding cake? It's a big no, unfortunately. No, that does look fun though.
Hold down.
Sure.
Logarth says, what if we pooled together $500? Could we all eat cheese together? Nope, $500 for one price of admission.
Right, the original.
Chocolatey coated and ice cream loaded.
Eat cheese with Peter, he would go. You know, if Peter wanted to go hang out and eat cheese, I would do so. Hopefully to convince him to get some psychiatric help I think he desperately needs.
Just artificially flavored vanilla light ice cream in a milk chocolate flavored coating.
Yeah, she's not eating it like at all.
Hey, Deanna, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh god, no, he's pointing at his mouth.
Our milk and cream.
She is so hard trying to signal to him. Like, I don't know if he doesn't understand sort of non-verbal clues, which some people don't, or if he's ignoring them entirely because, you know, he just wants to force his way into getting what he wants here. But she could not be signaling harder to him. Like, I am not interested in this interaction right now. Please leave me alone. Like, she is reading the ingredients list. She is divorced from this.
There's no real seal on it. It's not a real...
Can't fight, can't fight. Bop him on the head, Cass. Hey. Keep it light. Alright, they're good.
Dairy product.
That was the first kiss
That's what
I've
I
ever.
got.
That was the first kiss we've ever shared.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Dairy product.
Oh!
That was the first
That's
kiss
what
I've
I
ever.
got.
That was the first kiss we've ever shared.
Leave her alone, Skippy.
Oh my
And
god.
even then, it felt forced. I can't wait to watch this back and see if your eyes are terrified as I did that.
Yes. Yes, they were, Skippy. You like, how does he have the self-awareness to say that, but not the self-awareness to not be a creep?
I know, I was reading the box, sorry. And I dropped all these bars on the ground.
Can we try it for real?
Alright
kiss?
guys, we did it.
Can we try it for real?
She stopped the stream! Mac and cheese ice cream? Oh no. She definitely immediately was like, that was not okay, once the stream ended. She should have chastised him on stream, honestly. The mac and cheese ice cream. Oh, sometime I gotta try it. I'm sure it's disgusting, but, you know, the novelty. Skippy, please, cease. What's he up to these days? Oh, boy. Looks like 2 months ago he was still posting. Let me see what his last, like, dating vid was. Unless he has a separate YouTube channel. Looks like 7 months ago was maybe his last date. At least one that he filmed. Bardlock Moses says, this is the only time I would call the cops. And Baja says, Mr. Blast says he will chaperone the cheese date to keep you safe. Nice. Also, Mr. Blast, I'll get you tons of cheese. You like pin-conning cheese? It's delicious. Dating advice from Skippy. Oh boy, this should be helpful. Probably just do the opposite of whatever he says. Or is this going to be he doesn't do what his own advice is section?
Hi guys, it's May 31st, 2015. This is Skippy, and I am filming from on top of a parking structure here at UVU. It's Sunday. Just went to church a little bit.
You live in Saginaw, do you have to spend $500? Yes. I said, accommodations and travel are your own expenses. The $500 is just to be in the same room with me eating cheese, okay? I am a high-profile Z-list internet personality, okay? Clearly, my presence is worth hundreds of dollars.
And here's the thing,
would I rather encounter Skippy or John Doyle in the flesh? Skippy. Skippy probably wouldn't want me dead. John Doyle is a neo-Nazi that would immediately look at me and think about all the ways he would like the system to kill me.
So when I was on...
Do I know who loves cheese? Oh god. Let's see.
I like it. But I'm...
I can't play a whole scene from the Boondocks. I do like that show, but can't play it.
Virgin Diaries. I was 34 at the time, I believe, and I'm now 37, still a virgin. I moved to California to pursue, I don't know, and I failed, but I was on a game show.
Can the $500 be paid in monthly installments? No. It has to be all at once. I only cater to the extremely rich and foolish.
Called Celebrity Name Game.
I heard a saying once about a fool and their money being parted, and I was like, that's my target demo.
So I think if you go to YouTube...
These are all jokes. I like you all very much.
You can put Celebrity Name Game and Skippy in, something comes up. Yeah, the long story short, I'm still living in Mom...
Did we ever watch any more of the follow-up on that show where the guy adopted a 19-year-old girl from a foreign country? No, and now we probably never will, because they pulled the show after 3 episodes. And the rest of the season is never going to air, and they wiped all episodes off the internet. So...
Mom's basement.
Would $500 also be valid to bring you some cheese? Ooh, I do like cheese. No, not cheese stream. Must cringe. You think the FBI got involved? It wouldn't shock me. It was basically human trafficking. Oh, and also he said a bunch of really racist shit on the internet they found, so that's another reason the show got canceled.
I am recording this for a couple reasons. One, Taylor Wood is a girl who is a fan of mine from Virgin Diaries and the YouTube videos, and she wanted me to give a shout out to her and her friend Eddie, who is 35 years old, and he's single, and he's having a tough time with the ladies. She wanted me to give him advice. So Eddie, or anyone who wants to be celibate or is having a tough time with that. Okay, so let me give you something interesting about me. I didn't masturbate for my first time until I was 26.
I don't need to know this.
And in the Mormon culture, you would never, well, I guess in most cultures you don't talk about masturbation, but in Mormon culture, this is something that you would bring up with your bishop about. It's a part of life, but it's also a transgression because impure thoughts lead to impure actions, which is true because I've grabbed boobs, but I've always stopped before.
Have I looked into the incest-loving Nazi? He hasn't done anything super interesting lately.
It went too far, so I've never gone further than, you know what? I will maybe save that. One of the crazy things about...
Weird how little I cover him. He doesn't do anything interesting. The funniest thing he ever did was the video where he talks about how into incest porn he is. Everything else he's done since has been
Living in Utah is that I literally know dozens of people that are also older and virgins too. And in Utah, it's not that big of a deal if you are. I mean, it's a big deal to you, but it's not a big deal in the...
It shouldn't be a big deal to anyone. Who cares? It's not a big deal. It just isn't. Whether or not you have been intimate with someone is not a major factor in who you are as a person. It's not really a factor at all. It's just a thing you either have or have not done. Like, imagine if there was someone who had never... Like, what if we had a word in society for someone who's never ridden a jet ski? Ooh, I've never ridden a jet ski before. Let's make all sorts of assumptions about you because who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who cares? Verkanon, thanks for 19 months. Marcus Drake says, I remember watching a documentary where the director was following her dad getting married to a really young bride abroad, and partway through filming finds out the girl is underage and films herself cutting her dad off and flying home. Oof.
The sense that you're the only person or you're an outcast. So if you're a virgin and you're older, you go to a singles group. There's now like these mid, 30 to 45-year-old age groups where there's other people like yourselves. But when I go to church, I'm still me, and I'm still this odd person who... I don't know, Eddie, what... I have no advice for women. I'm not good with them, I mean, I'm odd, but odd guys don't always get girls. I would say the easiest thing to do would be lose weight, smell nice, don't have bad breath, and try not to scare girls.
I think the last one is probably paramount for you, Skippy, because you're doing the last one a lot. Now, in fairness, I'm seeing you through a screen, so I can't comment upon, like, your breath or your smell or anything. Whatever. The being a creep is the major issue. That's a number one.
Because you want to be, I guess, honest, but not too honest.
But yes, have basic hygiene practices, yes.
And the filter on my mouth and my thoughts is never on. If there is a girl out there for me, and I've thought about this a couple times, because like when I was 21, I thought that it was someone my own age. Now, I'm 37 years old, so what kind of girl am I going to go after or start dating now, right? And how am I going to find her? Let's see. I could always look outside of Utah. I could change what I'm looking for. And by the way, I get tons of comments where people think that I'm just like super picky. And I don't think that it's just as simple as that I'm super picky. Because that's just like a throwaway comment. Because like we all have to be somewhat picky. But picky and looking for what you think is right for you.
Did he say he wants younger women? I missed that if he did.
You call it picky, I call it that. I say I'm looking for someone that's right for me. So, just because I'm 5'8" and 215 pounds doesn't mean that I should marry a chubby girl, because you don't marry someone that's in your same weight class. That's what you do in wrestling. That's not what you do in marriage picking.
Oh, God. Okay, Skippy. This is a whole discussion. Look, Skippy, I think it's okay for everyone to have their own, whatever their standards are for like a significant other, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. People can have whatever standard they have. It's personal. I do not really care. However, Skippy, do you understand why people are gonna see hypocrisy when you are not willing to hold yourself to a specific standard, but you want to hold a partner to said standard? It's kind of hypocritical. At the very least, it's stupid, because why would you assume that someone who is in decent shape is going to be okay with you not taking care of yourself, right? And again, I don't care. Anyone can date anyone as long as they're consensual adults. I don't care. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of weird.
You know? And then someone's like, oh, but you should go for the girls that are less pretty, right? But they still have to have a personality that has got to be somewhat with mine. And most girls that have my similar look, body structure or attractive level-wise, don't have personalities that keep up with what I would want, because they're down on themselves in the sense about who they are.
Skippy, all you ever do when you talk to women is be insecure about yourself, but you don't want to see that in other people? Holy shit. Have some self-reflection. Have a little self-awareness, Skippy.
And don't get me wrong, I am too, but I still am ballsy and I still go do things, and I don't want to be around a Debbie Downer my whole life.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
So, yeah. If I could pick my dream job, or what
Bumble Homestead says, what the fuck, Skippy?
I would dream be doing right now with my life, it would be for me to have my own reality show.
I thought he was going to say it'd be for him to have his own reality, and I was like, you know, that might be the only way you'll be happy, Skippy.
Ideal reality show would be something based where I meet a lot of celebrities. In fact, I have the nickname Sundance Skippy. If you put in Skippy and celebrities, a whole bunch of stuff will come up. So something where, like, celebrities helped me find love. Hey.
Skippy, you don't need celebrities. You need to be a human being.
Ladies, this guy's a virgin. He lives in his parents' basement. He has no money, no job, no prospects.
Skippy, again, why? And I'm not saying people who live in their parents' basement or who are unemployed don't deserve love. But what I'm saying is, if people are looking for prospective partners, why would they want to be with someone who doesn't seem to have prospects or their life in order? Again, I get it. Everyone, it'd be great if everyone had that love in their life, right? But relationships, monogamous ones, are always like a back and forth between two people. And why is someone going to come and want you in their life if you don't even have your life under control in any way? Like, what are you bringing to the table in terms of being a loving partner, in being someone who can, like, share the load that is the problems life has, you know? Of course, just being there in love is a huge part of it, maybe even the biggest part, but, like, you need to be a person with goals and, like, standards for yourself and drives and doing things, and, like, money isn't the biggest deal, but you should be able to support at least yourself, you know? I don't know. Lily Love Stuff says, here is my thing. I saw a guy who had a bunch of pictures of them with celebrities on the social media page. I would say that person doesn't deserve love.
But again, he wouldn't give you an STD.
He wants to be a sitcom protagonist. He wouldn't give you an STD. Wow. If your best selling point for yourself is I wouldn't give you an STD, sit down and think. Sit down and think how little you have to offer someone as a person, if that's your selling point.
That's not really the kind of pitch that...
Anyway, you said you think he wants to be a sitcom protagonist? Watch the show Kevin Can Fuck Himself. It's a show with an interesting premise. Kevin Can... It's a show from AMC that I really like. It got one season, and the second season, which I think is the final season, is coming out. It's unfortunate, because I kind of wish it had gone on longer. But the premise is, from the husband's perspective, it's this goofy, like, King of Queens style, like, 3-camera sitcom. but when it cuts to the wife's perspective, it's like a single camera desaturated drama where she hates her life and wants to kill her husband because he's such a shitty person. So it plays a lot into perspective and how, like, narcissistic people like her husband take and take and take and don't understand the impact they have on others, whereas from the perspective of a victim, like, it's just shit and awful. So, like, I'd recommend this show. It's really good. I think it's on AMC and their streaming platform. So check it out. I think season 2 is coming out soon, which I think is the final season.
Most girls are looking for, is it? I would think that'd be pretty good for being on a TV show as like the guy that went and interviewed people at different things, or I would think that'd be really good out on red carpets. Tonight Show was always like my biggest dream, but whose isn't it for a kid? You know, being on Saturday Night Live, am I funny enough? Am I talented enough? Is there anything unique about me? I don't know. I'm sitting on my car on Sunday afternoon, and I have no idea what the rest of my week or life is going to be like. I kind of don't want to leave the roof of this car. I kind of don't want to leave this parking structure. But I'm light-skinned, and I know that I will get a sunburn if I'm out here too long.
Sounds like something Dwight would have said on The Office.
Taylor, Eddie, I don't think that I gave you any advice or helped at all. At least it doesn't feel that way to me. But if any of you guys that are watching this want me to, if you want to ask me questions that I can give you guys answers to, stories to tell, or something quick that I can make a video about and post on YouTube, I will. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Skippy. I've got a website, iamskippy.com. I'm glad that my mom doesn't read the comments section, because otherwise she would think that everyone in the world hates me and is super, super mean, but that's just how YouTube is. I get that. If you look at the video comments on a couple of videos that I'm in on YouTube, the comments that people have for me are some of the most cruel sounding things ever. And they make me laugh so much, because it's these people that don't know me at all that are saying like, oh man, he's as, I don't know. Their language is so horrible, but it makes me laugh so much sometimes. Thanks again, everyone, for watching this video today. If you liked anything about it, feel free to share it with friends. I guess I don't care if you like the video or not. Click subscribe, and the more subscribers I get, if there's questions in the comment section underneath this video where you guys want to have them answered by me, if you need advice from Skippy, who, you know, I've been in 1 month and a half long relationship and 2 or 3 week long relationships, that doesn't qualify me to give advice, but I'll give it anyways, because there's other people.
He's so bizarre.
Okay, so I'm... I don't know. Worst you could say is no.
That's the woman he kissed with the Klondike bar.
Hi guys, time for 2 minutes with Skippy, special Tinder edition. So,
oh god, Bittergrin says you need to look about his About Me page, specifically celebrity encounters. Oh no. Name Skippy Jessup, sign Scorpio. Okay, a bunch of stuff. Favorite celebrity Ben Affleck. Worst celebrity Quentin Tarantino. Favorite celebrity encounter. I asked Britney Spears out on a date before K-Fed got to her and ruined her. What? Oh no. I get told I look a lot like Philip Seymour Hoffman, Andy Richter, and sometimes Jack Black. was the kid in class who would bring up the topic, is peni the plural of penis, just so I can take a stand against movies showing way too much of it these days. What? In Utah County, you can imagine the looks I sometimes get. Knowing my bishop may read this is odd, but okay with me since I came to grips with the fact that I am not like everyone else. Oh, Skippy. Yikes.
So, do you want to introduce, this is Catherine, and we met via Tinder.
That's right.
So, Tinder, do you want to explain Tinder?
People know what Tinder is, Skippy.
You can.
Tinder is basically Hot or Not, and you go through and you click on people's photos. Now, on Tinder, I do not have a photo of me with my beard, so in all fairness to her, I have the best photos of me.
Update your picture, Skippy.
Not the this, because I don't know that. Would you have clicked?
I like beards, so.
You would have clicked like on that? Okay. So it's Sunday, and we decided to meet and get to know each other up here at the park. She is on crutches right now, and
don't say so she can't run. Don't say so she can't run. Don't say so she can't run.
So we had like messaged a couple times, and then met here at the park, and we got to know each other. What did you get to know about me?
I got to know that you know a lot of famous people, and you...
Skippy, taking pictures with famous people doesn't mean you know them. What are the chances he's sitting there going like, oh yeah, I know this person and this person and this person. They're literally just people he's taking photos with.
You are an expert with the pizza.
Yes, expert. And with her, I won't say what the video was called, but she's got a YouTube video where she did this leg strength challenge, and she lasted almost 5 minutes sitting in a crouch position. Oh, and things like she went on a mission to Hungary, and she's got a dog named Olive and a cat named Sunshine. And we did a lot of people watching. I'm sure we saw at least one person that was a serial killer here at the park.
She says, yeah, at least.
And we also saw some people dressed up in like pet costumes or what, like
mascots.
Mascots. Yeah,
like the big heads.
Yeah, they were just like walking around, like that's a normal thing to do. Yeah. Should we go on a date, or was this a just friends thing? Your call. No.
It's just it annoys me so much how he uses the camera to try and pressure women into like capitulating to what he wants, which is more dates and physical affection and stuff. It's so gross.
No pressure. No pressure.
This is a let's stay in contact and see thing.
I'm good with that. Thanks for watching 2 Minutes with Skippy, special Just Friends edition. Talk to you guys later.
Stop, Skippy, you absolute fucking monster. He makes me so uncomfortable. Okay, I think I gotta save some Skippy for another time. I think Samir, once again, removed the videos of the girl in the oven, and I don't know why. They keep getting removed and put back up. I feel like we're never gonna get a finale to the oven saga. It makes me sad. Alright, let's do a Samir video.
Anastasia, sweetie, oh my goodness. You're waking up. Oh my god. Sorry, you must be in pain. I couldn't help my excitement. Honey, it's so good to see you awake. It's been a week. We were all so worried about you.
Where is everyone?
They didn't come, Anastasia. I didn't tell anyone about your accident. I didn't want them to worry.
What?
Accident?
Yes, you were in a car accident 1 week ago. It put you in a coma, which has left you here at St. Jude's Hospital. I'm gonna call.
Isn't St. Jude's a hospital that specializes in cancer treatment?
Call the nurse and tell them you're awake, my love.
And isn't it a children's hospital?
My love.
Huh? Anastasia, sorry, you must still be in shock.
Okay, but sir, can you please tell me who you are?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the doctor said you may have some memory loss. But seriously?
Let me guess, he's not really the husband, he's someone who kidnapped her and is gaslighting her. I've seen this movie. This is literally the plot of a movie I've already seen. The movie was better than this video will be, I assure you.
You don't remember me?
I don't.
Not just Overboard. There are multiple movies with this vague premise.
Who are you?
Anastasia, I'm your husband.
Lily Love Stuff says, the laptop heart rate monitor, though, have you seen that? And Catherine Winter says, is this a Neil Breen hospital? This set is awful. It depends on if we see carpet. Neil Breen hospitals have carpeting.
Of 7 years.
You're my husband.
Jeez, don't sound so disappointed. This is so strange. You don't remember me?
No. I'm not wearing any wedding ring.
I know. You took it off for work. You'd leave it by your jewelry at home. You didn't want to lose it at the post office. Look, sweetie, I have some photos of us on my phone. See, this is us together, happy.
So strange.
What is?
I don't remember any of this.
Well, trust me, I'm not skilled enough to Photoshop these images of us.
That's not a suspicious thing to say. Trust me, I'm not skilled enough to Photoshop these images. I don't know how to composite this PNG over top of another photo of you. I don't know how the magic wand tool works. At all. Wink.
And you, different hairstyles. Let me go get the doctor and he'll explain. He said you might have some memory loss and I might have to remind you, but I didn't think I'd have to remind you about me being your husband.
Then remind me.
This was a fun day. It was at my best friend's beach wedding.
Why am I wearing glasses for this picture if the sun is behind us?
Oh, that's just because it was a bright day overall.
Okay, so I understand. I understand they're trying to show that he didn't, like, they're trying to do a clever thing, like, oh, she noticed an incongruity in the photo, but that doesn't make sense as an incongruity, because people wear sunglasses even if they're not directly pointing at the sun. What? Like, when it's sunny out, it's bright all over the place. You don't have to directly look into the sun for it to be bright. What?
It was a really great day. That's the day you just finished your exam and got the results for Post Office Headmaster General. We were dressed up nice for my friend's wedding and we had a lot to drink. We were celebrating and laughing so much. We truly felt in love. In fact, we made love in the car that day before my friend's wedding. It was magical.
It was magical. We fucked in the car. We fucked in the back seat and got all sweaty and sex smelly before my friend's wedding. They loved it. Because when you're getting married, you want to be standing next to your best friend who smells like cum.
Oh. You still don't remember?
No. Sorry. Tell me more.
Maybe a more recent day.
What did we do the day of the accident?
I was devastated when I got the call. We had breakfast together, then in the morning I gave you a hug and kiss and you headed off to work.
That.
This one?
No, the one before it.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, why this one? You remember something?
No, it's just we look happy in that picture. I'm wondering, what did we do that day?
Oh, well, we had a picnic that day.
Oh wow, a picnic? What did we eat?
She's such a good actress.
Peanut butter.
Oh wow, a picnic? What did we eat?
Jelly sandwiches. I hate jelly though. And
Wait, who hates jelly? What? I understand disliking a certain kind of jelly, but who hates jelly as an entire genre of food type?
Guess you forgot that too.
Do you hate all fruits?
Ironically.
Seems to be a trend for me.
Yeah, it was also a very special day for us.
Air Fried Fiera says, I do banned.
Well, Anastasia.
Your husband hates the texture. Has he tried jam?
This was...
It's like smooth jelly.
The day you...
I did what?
This is a lot to share with you right now, since you don't remember.
Doesn't Jake hate peanut butter and jelly? I don't know if he hates jelly in general, though. He just doesn't like the sandwich because he considers it more of a dessert, which is fair. It's very sweet.
Remember, but this was the day you told me you're pregnant.
Oh my god, I'm pregnant? This is a lot for me. First I find out you're my husband and now I'm having a child?
Oh.
Oh, what's wrong?
I prefer jam, for the record. It spreads a lot easier, but, you know, jelly's fine. I just prefer jam. Lily Love Stuff says, I know someone who hates fruit because it's, quote, wet. You know what else is wet? The inside of my mouth. If I put a dry thing in my mouth, it becomes wet, okay?
You still don't remember? Not any of this? Not me? Not anything?
No, sorry, I don't. In fact, you haven't even told me your name yet. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's not your fault. The car accident. We lost our child.
Oh my god.
Wow, you don't remember? My name is Pooter. Pooter Valdo.
I'd be like, I would not marry a man named Pooter. Quetholm says you just earned $1 for that jam, sister. I'm sorry if anyone in my chat's name is Pooter. I'm sorry. Pooter. Don't name your kid Pooter.
Same as your last name. Please excuse me, Anastasia. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be back.
Adia Blue says, I'm a computer. I like that she's on some sort of like heart monitor, but clearly she has nothing on her that would be monitoring. We don't see any wires coming off of her. It's one of those new wireless models. How did she know there was a phone there? What? Now I don't know what's happening. I'm intrigued. Mabs Mimic says, holy shit, the pulse monitor is upside down. And Zarek Shadow says, my full name is Pooter Fontaine de la Tour d'Autrive, and I have to unsub for those comments. He thinks I just woke up for the first time. I told him I don't remember him. Wow, but you haven't told me why you're doing that. Does it have to do with us?
Pooter, you're back quickly.
Why does she have access to her cell phone?
Yeah, I wanted to let you know that I went to tell the nurse that you're finally out from your coma and to send in the doctor to examine you, but she said he did that yesterday. Anastasia, what's going on here?
I don't know, Pooter. I'm confused.
What are you hiding there under your pillow? Is it your phone? What's the meaning of this, Anastasia? You do remember me. Why would you lie about this?
Please, Pooter, let me explain.
Oh, is she cheating on him and she was going to use this as an excuse to leave him? Also, my phone face unlock doesn't work if I'm wearing, like, a sunglasses, and depending on how big the hat is, it depends, too. I don't believe that her face unlock would work with her makeup like that and with a big bandage around her. I don't believe it.
And again, Alex? You're cheating on me? I can't believe you would do this. Why would you do this to us?
I'm not cheating on you. I told you already.
Look at these messages. You want to...
Yours works with a hat and sunglasses? Apparently Apple's Face ID is much better than Samsung's version, then. Overthought says, this is Shyamalan quality twist.
Lie? So you remember everything?
Sorry to interrupt. The nurse informed me Anastasia is awake. I have a few questions about the accident that occurred. Some things just weren't adding up. Is now a good time?
No, it's not a good time. And she doesn't remember.
I remember fine. And officer, can you please get this man away from me? He's trying to hurt me and I'm scared of him.
Sir?
You sound very scared.
Step away from her.
I'm not doing anything.
In fairness, he's a police officer and he's a black guy, so it doesn't take a lot of effort to weaponize the police in this case.
Are you serious? Officer, she's making it up. She's my wife.
Especially because he's a goatee white guy. Goatee white guys are... You gotta look out for goatee white guys.
I'm not sure why she's doing this. She clearly has head trauma.
Okay. Well, I want to hear her out, and then we can discuss this. But for now, I want you away from her.
Why are you doing this, my love?
I'll tell you why. Officer, please, I want him to hear this.
Sure.
I remember everything, Pooter. I remember that day at the beach. I remember, Pooter, why I had to wear sunglasses during that photo.
Oh, okay. So double, triple twist. She does remember it, but also he is abusive, so her actions are justified? Question mark? Lily Lovestuff's Hannah, please rank white guys for us. Nah, I don't think I will. My dad ruined goatees. That's true.
Well, no one else had any on that day. Because I had to cover the black eye you gave me in the car. I remember also, Pooter, that day at the park. I hadn't told you I was pregnant yet. And the reason I'm sitting down in that photo and you're standing is because you punched me so hard in my stomach for accidentally putting jelly in your peanut butter sandwich. I could hardly breathe that day. I think you bruised my ribs.
This isn't true. She's not remembering correctly.
It is true, Pooter. And the reason I'm here in the hospital, officer, is not because of a car accident. Last week when I was leaving to work, we did not have any lovely breakfast. Instead, we just got the results for our baby NITP test, and we found out he was gonna have Down syndrome. I was devastated. And Pooter, you got so upset that I told my coworker Alex. You read my text, and you thought I'm having an affair with Alex. So you pushed me down the stairs, and I hit my head, and apparently lost our child. Alex isn't even a guy. It's a girl, you stupid idiot.
This is a taxing video mentally.
Thank you, miss. I'll be back.
You're going to prison, Pooter.
But this answered a lot of questions I had about the accident.
She's lying.
Shut it. When I came in, there was a woman named Alex waiting in the lobby. But due to COVID, she had to wait till someone else left the room. Should I send her in?
Yes, please.
There's always two sides to every story, and you want to be careful of a wolf in sheep's clothing. So be careful who you trust. Luckily for Anastasia, she got the
Now he'll be con pooter. That's pretty good.
help she needed. After this incident, her best friend Alex helped her seek out counseling, and Anastasia ended up meeting a new sweet guy after filing a quick divorce from Pooter.
We just dropped the Samir Bhavnani app. You can download it now on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. You can watch all of the videos you see on YouTube.
Should we do one more? Maybe we'll do one more. Am I gonna download the app? No. No, I'm not.
Hey, Ryan, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you? It's been so long.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Wow, forgot me so soon, huh?
When and where did we meet again?
Seriously? We met at John's party last year, held a little thing upstairs in the bedroom.
Yeah, I remember John's party, but I don't remember this.
Oh, you were drunk and you were all over me. Couldn't keep these hands off me.
I have no memory of that, and...
Yikes! Anti-Pretzel says, Samir really could stand to invest in having his actors emote a lot more. Vocal direction makes a scene better.
I'm married.
You forgot that at the party that time.
That's impossible.
Anyway, I'm a fortune teller, and I can tell that your marriage won't last.
I think I'll take my chances.
Come on, Ryan, let's go back to my place and revisit that night.
Wait a minute. I've seen that before.
See, I told you. Remember me now, maybe? Now that I said let's go back to my place?
No, I've seen that bangle. It was my mom's. She was supposed to give it to my wife.
Oh, looks like your mom's choice is similar to mine. You might get along.
Yeah, I know what this is. I gotta go.
Come on, Ryan.
Bye. And make sure to give that bangle back to my mom when you see her next. Mom, did you try to set me up with some girl?
Wait, what are you saying?
Don't lie to me, Mom. I can tell when you're lying. Who is Patricia?
Oh, Patricia. Name rings a bell.
Seriously, Mom, and she's making something up about us being together.
Well, you guys were together.
No, we weren't.
Okay, then you guys weren't together.
Why would you even make that up?
Well, I thought you could convince people about imaginary partners.
What? Where did you learn that?
From this Samir Bhavnani video.
Learning to gaslight from Samir Bhavnani.
That's different, Mom. And why would you do this? I'm married. Happily married.
Happily married, you still have a full-time job.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well, the girl is supposed to bring a dowry, a house, a car, something.
Is this what? What year do you think this is?
So you have to struggle so much.
What? Why would a girl need to give me that?
That's the tradition, sweetheart. The wife brings in a lot of valuable assets to make her husband's life easier.
Mom, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
I paid this girl so you end things with Rachel and consider her. I even gave her my bangle.
How much money did you even waste on this?
She was paid $2 an hour.
Wait. So you paid her $2 to try and hit on me?
Only
who takes that job for $2 an hour? What?
For your bright future, so you end up.
You could literally make more sitting at an intersection somewhere with a sign and being like, "Please, I need money."
With her, and you become wealthy.
If she's so rich, then why is she doing this for $2 an hour?
Ryan, come on, she's a fortune teller, didn't she tell you?
Yeah, and?
So she predicted that your marriage is not gonna last and she is gonna become very rich, so you better snap her up while she's still available.
Jeez, Mom, I can't even. Look, you can't believe everything a random person on the internet tells you.
Okay, fine. Just looking out for you. Give it a thought so you won't have to work so hard.
Mom, I'm perfectly capable of making my own money. I don't need this dowry. And I love Rachel.
Okay, I'll get my bangle back then.
Okay.
Maybe cut the part of the audio where the guy's shirt rubs right against the lapel mic and makes a noise. Why didn't you cut that part? Did you hear that? How did you leave that in? That was the most convincing part of the whole episode.
Hi, who's this?
Well, I thought you had my number saved. This is me, Maggie.
Maggie who?
Maggie. I just tried to set you up with my son.
Oh, yeah, that.
Okay, well, I'm sorry it didn't work out, but I'm gonna need my bangle back.
Which bangle?
The bangle that I gave you, the gold bangle.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on now, my son, he's not interested, so you should return the bangle.
Why did she give it to her in the first place?
It's really expensive. It's worth $5,000.
Yeah, don't say that if you want it back. This lady's dumb.
Listen, your name needs to be Naggy. You're such a nag. Stop bothering me. I'm not giving you anything.
What? You said you'd return the bangle. Things did not work out.
Who said it didn't work out? It's not over yet.
Well, you know what? I don't want my son seeing you. You're quite a mean, nasty young lady.
Oh, shut your mouth. I'll have your son wrapped around my finger and you out of our life. I saw it in our future. Now enjoy being around him while you still can.
How dare you? Hello? Hello? Wow, Rachel. This tortilla and lettuce is delicious. Did you make it yourself?
What? No, I just got it at the grocery store.
Why is the wife literally just eating, like, crunchy tortillas?
Must be the way you prepared it.
Like, it's just
Magical hands.
it's just dry tortillas on their own. Tortillas and lettuce. Like, you're not even gonna put like beans on there. You're not, nothing. Just hard tortillas and lettuce.
I guess.
No, really. You work so hard trying to keep Ryan happy and everything you do for me and this family.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be?
Why is everyone's mic rubbing against their shirts? This isn't normally a problem for Samir videos.
Oh my god, is this about the doctor's appointment last week? Oh my god, are you dying? Ryan's gonna be so devastated.
Sit down. Of course I'm not dying. Rachel, I have something to tell you.
What is it? You can tell me anything. I always wanted you to live a long life despite our differences.
I'm not leaving anytime soon. The thing is, I tried to set Ryan up with another woman.
What?
Yes, a month back.
How could you? Who is she?
This girl named Patricia.
Patricia, that's the girl that he keeps talking about at work.
What? He mentioned her?
Yeah, I just thought it was some old lady that I didn't have to worry about.
Okay, I'm sorry, but she's like completely crazy. And you're slightly better than her, and I'd rather have you.
I'm slightly better than a completely crazy girl?
Okay, a lot better, but she predicted that she's gonna take away Ryan from you and me.
What? That's
Why does
crazy.
she believe psychics?
He loves me. He would never cheat on me. Hey, babe. Why are you dressed up so nice today?
Yeah, I got a lunch date.
A lunch date?
I mean, with a client, not a date, a lunch meeting.
Is there something going on?
No,
It's literally just I'm really focused on this, but I can't not point out again. It's literally just like hard tortillas and lettuce.
with Patricia. She has this huge business idea for our company.
Who's this Patricia I keep hearing about?
Nobody. It's not a big deal. I gotta go.
Wait, Ryan, are you cheating on me?
Okay, fine. I don't want to hide it any longer.
What?
I decided our marriage is over. I love someone else.
No, Ryan. After everything that I've done for you, how could you leave me?
Yes, Ryan, how could you?
All she did, Mom, every night for dinner, all she makes is hard tortillas and lettuce. I'm telling you, I need protein. Come on.
Could I?
I pass out every day.
Mom, back me up here. Patricia's great. You set me up.
I thought you loved me.
I did. I love someone else now.
Ryan, you can't leave Rachel. You guys are married. Look, she's smart, she's good looking. She has a great job and she supports this family.
I feel like it's gonna turn out he and the wife are just fucking with the mom intentionally. Marcus Drake said, I'd give him protein. I'll see myself out. Ooh, boy.
But Patricia can do that.
But Rachel is so sweet. She's forgiven me so many times, and she literally won't die, no matter how hard I try to hurt her.
But you said Patricia's better.
I was wrong. I'm sorry, I didn't see how loving and caring she is. You have to make this marriage work. That is what the vows are for.
Of course, I know that, Mom.
So you'll stay together then?
Obviously, Mom, I was never gonna leave Rachel.
What, you weren't?
We were all in this together. Patricia called me to apologize for flirting with a married man, and Rachel and I set this up.
You guys tricked me.
Yeah, and all the compliments that you made about me are recorded on camera. See?
She's smart and she's good looking and she has a great job and supports this family. No, that's not me. I didn't say that.
Mom, this literally just happened.
Okay, I was wrong. She is great. And I want both of you to be happy together.
And Mom, here's your pimple.
Okay. This was meant for my daughter-in-law. It belongs to you.
Thanks. You don't have to.
Yeah, I might steal it later and blame you for losing it.
Seriously?
I'm joking.
You can't fix that lady's narcissism with one speech. This isn't how this works. Like, you can't fix manipulative people like this. That's not how this works.
We just dropped the Samir Bhavnani app.
That was a weird one. Alright. Is there anything else that we need to look at? The mom gives you Gale vibes. Hydrate. Jellyfish, thanks for 8 months, says, I feel full and squirmy, like I'm carrying a liter of squids. Interesting.
President Putin. And this was a mistake.
Saleon says, I videotaped my manipulative mom saying she likes me more than a weird person she hired to have an affair after she didn't return her bangle, and now our mom supports our marriage entirely and gave me the bangle so I can sell it. Man catches partner on date with another man in viral TikTok. Oh, God.
He caught her on a date.
I'm her soulmate.
He caught her on a date.
She's a fucking whore. I'm her soulmate. But where's she at? She's a fucking whore.
He.
Oof. Alright, let's see who we're gonna raid. Alright, everyone, I'll be back tomorrow for Tinfoil Tuesday, so come back and we'll cover some ridiculous conspiracy theory stuff. Should be a good time. Have a few things saved. I don't remember what they are, but I know throughout the week I saved some different stuff. So, yeah, have a good one. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.